Following topics may be encountered. Alcohol, tobacco, cheating, infidelity, homophobia. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I think it's like in maybe like the 50s or 60s. I have been slightly spoiled in a good way that I think there is a gay love ending. So obviously we'll try to go for that. Oh, good music, nice style. This is gonna be good. Let's go! Good games! So excited. Proceed with caution. Oh, oui, oui. Bien sûr. Service de police. Oh, it is actually French. I don't know why.
Come on now, miss. Let's keep moving.
Oh, I can't look at the... This is how far I can look to the sides. Dude, nice pants. Do you iron your own?
Right. Here.
Oh. Oh, it's a very stylistic choice. I can't like turn the camera. So they really want you to have that side angle. Do you want me to go in here?
We are.
Thank you. She's so cute.
Good luck.
Merci beaucoup.
She's all yours, sir.
Sophie Roy, I'm Detective Maurice Tremblay.
Tremblay.
Let's see.
Tremblay.
21 years old, working at the Clarendon for over a year. Husband?
I'm sorry?
Are you married?
No, not yet. I live with my mother. She's sick.
Not yet.
so
You're
I have to
21.
take care of her.
God.
Father.
No.
How about in 10
So
years?
it's just been me and my mom.
All right, Miss Roy. I need you to tell me everything that happened, starting with this morning.
Starting with this morning. So it turns out I'm gay. No husband for me, thank you.
Où elles étreignent l'amour en saison, qui les enchaîne dans un tourbillon de vrais poèmes.
She's like, I fucking love vacuuming. Ah, look at that luscious carpet.
Au clair de la fontaine, j'ai vu dans tes yeux mille couleurs. Quand la claire fontaine
Very stylish. Wow.
Vacuuming's done. Now just a bit of tidying up and I can go on break.
Oh, I have to make bed. Where's the pillow?
A bed's not complete without its pillow.
Yeah, where the... Oh. Messy people. Ashtray on the floor? Oh, rude. Oh,
That's a lot of money to owe.
I'm
What did you get yourself
snooping!
involved in?
Can I... plain text? Yeah. Mayhew. $1,500. Amount overdue, $3,500. On the date of the initial loan, the lender agreed to lend an amount of money to the sum of $1,500 to the borrower for an enduring period of 12 months calculated from date of initial loan. Pay interest 150% per year. Damn. With the loan period reaching its conclusion, 1957. Full amount has to be repaid. Page 3 for further details. Churn object? Oh, like that. I see. She's Snoopy. She's Snoopy snooping. To be fair though, they just leave their shit out like that. It's kind of hard not to look at it. You know me, you know my family. You've had a seat at our bar since the day we opened in 49. You're more than a friend to us. You're practically family. And while friends are polite to each other, family deserves more. Family deserves honesty. As such, I want to be as direct as possible in letting you know that you're down to your last chance. The $8,380, yo, that's a lot of money in the 50s. Still is now, but that even more in the 50s. 8 months overdue. My patience has worn thin. This isn't like one of your unpaid bar tabs. You came to us for help, and help always comes at a price. We've opened our pockets to you time and time again, and all you've done is taken advantage of our goodwill and generosity. We'll come over in person to make our collection tomorrow. I'll be bringing along the boys, so we can all sit down and have a little chat. But just so you know, they aren't too good with words. Damn.
Only menswear. Are you in town for a business trip, maybe?
Can I turn off the radio? Okay. Put away the vacuum. Mapleson. Regretful as we are to have resort to these lines of communication, our client and your neighbor, the owner of 8832nd Street, has been ultimately evasive of our many attempts to reach out and collect our due debts. 1904. So this person is just in debt with many different people. Lucky coin financing. Oh, nothing. Shouldn't you upright that mirror? I am such a Snoopy Snoop. Press and hold to confirm exit. Oh, I'm not done here. Please clean this room. Do not disturb. Anything in the safe? No? Anything to clean here? Can't clean that. Hee I'm cleaning! Someone was very dirty.
Good as new.
Close the door. Okay. Do you think that's good? Oh, it's snowing out. Man, a fireplace in the hotel room? Ashtray on the floor? I did get an ashtray. Girl, nice eyeliner. Well, what's that? Oh, look at that booty go. Looking respectfully.
That house they want to build next door?
Yeah, it creeps me out. Imagine all the weirdos who'll start hanging around the hotel.
I can think of someone who'll feel right at home. Look at her, always glued to that gossip magazine.
Do you think she has any real friends? Or is it just Gracie, Joan, and Marilyn?
Well, when your own life is that dull, you need to get your excitement somewhere.
So mean.
Did you see Rebecca come in this morning? She was wearing the same clothes.
Now, don't you think you're overreacting? This is exactly the kind of behavior Linda warned me about.
She's doing everything she can to break us apart.
Sophie speaking.
Hey, it's Beth. Do you think you could come up real quick?
Sure. I'll be right there.
You're right, you should.
She has a nice voice.
Right after you blind. I was so in love with you that I couldn't see.
Oh no, she forgot the key. She's supposed to keep it on her at all times. Wait, what's Q?
Let's see what Beth wanted to talk about.
Oh.
I should talk to Beth at the front desk.
Hello, is Valentine's Day coming up? "19 arrested in deviate raid? Montreal police arrested 19 persons in an early Saturday raid at Manny's Lounge, located at Stanley Street, downtown. The establishment, owned by Emmanuel La Liberté, is a known hangout for sex deviants. Montreal City employee, a court official, and 2 teachers were among those seized, according to official reports. Lieutenant Sylvain Guilbault says he plans to send letters to school employing the arrested teachers. School principals, parents, and fellow teachers should prevent such people from being in close contact with youngsters, he said. It is everyone's responsibility to protect our children. Lieutenant Guilbault also promised an investigation would be opened on La Liberté, who already has a criminal record on his name. A major snowstorm paralyzes city. Montreal is paralyzed by this winter's 5th and most important snowstorm. 15 inches of snow are expected until the end of the day. The last major storm back in January had covered the city with 12 inches of snow. The storm started yesterday with 6 inches falling during the day and 6 more during the night. Violent winds created giant snowbanks all over the city. Many drivers ignored police warnings and decided to take their cars at their own risk, resulting in several accidents. Trains from the US are expected to be delayed up to 3 hours. At Dorval Airport, most departures have been cancelled, while arrivals are delayed or diverted altogether. I mean, with that much snow, yeah. Shop owners against new mental hospital. A group of downtown Montreal businessmen and shop owners met with Mayor Sarto Fournier last week to air their grievances concerning the city's recent decision to allow construction of a new mental hospital on Dorchester Boulevard. William Weston, manager of Weston's department store, says he and his group will fight tooth and nail to prevent the hospital's construction. While our customers feel safe to come downtown for their shopping needs, knowing there are lunatics next door, Jesus, it is the 50s, all right. Another bloody Valentine. Valentine's Day concluded in horror last Friday with the murder of an Outremont resident. A worried neighbor called the authorities at 11:15 p.m. after hearing loud shouts from next door. When police arrived, they found the lifeless body of a 34-year-old man. Authorities have refused to identify the victim or provide any details about the circumstances of his death. No suspect has been apprehended yet, but deputy lieutenant? Is that what DET is? Maurice Tremblay, the dude from that we're talking to at the start of the game, asked anyone with information to come forward as soon as possible. So maybe I'm being questioned because I know something about the murder case. Maybe I'm discovering something. Does your personal hygiene worry you? Are those worries bothering your husband? Stop worrying and save your marriage with Liss Oil. Liss Oil is an indispensable aid to marriage hygiene. Millions of women use it to save your beauty. Focus on your husband. Ugh. The 50s are great. I love inequality.
No one should be stuck. Hey, Beth.
Hey there.
Hello.
So, who's sleeping?
Not me.
What?
You were whispering just now on the phone, so I thought maybe Eugene or Bobby were napping in the break room again.
Oh, yeah, no. It's Jacques and Wendy. They were, in the middle
Jacques
of
and
something.
Wendy. I thought she said it's
so
shocking,
awkward
Wendy.
when they start making out like no one's watching. Get a room. We literally work in a hotel.
They weren't kissing. I tried to ignore them. You said you needed to see me?
Oh, I try not to pay attention to them.
I just find the sucking noises hard to ignore. But that won't be an issue today, of course. Every sound is being drowned out by the phone's constant ringing.
Because of the storm?
You have no idea. You're the only person I've talked to today that hasn't mentioned the blizzard. I mean, until now.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. I guess I'm just looking for something else to talk about. Anything else.
Well, I do have some gossip about Jacques and Wendy.
How dare you not leave with that? What's going on?
When you called, I wasn't whispering because they were making out. They were fighting.
Oh, this is entertaining. I mean, oh no, why?
I'm not completely sure, but it sounded like Linda had something to do with it.
Ugh, that bitch.
Beth?
Trust me, she deserves it.
Damn, Beth.
I don't get why everyone hates her so much. Linda's always nice to me.
To you, maybe, but she's just the worst to every girl she perceives as a threat.
A threat? A threat to what?
I don't know. Her place as Bernard's right hand, I suppose.
So, you're saying I'm not a threat?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying Linda thinks that.
Oh.
But that's her mistake. I know there's more to you than meets the eye.
Tell me more.
Thanks. So, you said you needed me? My help, I mean.
Oh, right. Wanna guess why?
I'm guessing there's something I have to clean?
Obviously. But what is it?
Did a kid throw up again?
God, no. Did that happen recently?
Yeah, last week. I can still smell it.
Ah!
Feel it too. While I was cleaning, some of it got...
I'm gonna stop you right there. Keep talking and you'll be cleaning up after me too.
Oh. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you'll be glad to know it's nothing gross this time. A nice gentleman decided it was time to redesign the lobby and helped us by knocking over that vase on his way out of the hotel.
That's it?
I would do it myself, but the last time I tried to leave the front desk, Bernard emerged from his lair to scold me about procedures and whatnot.
Well, we can't have the beauty of the Clarington Hotel take absence from her throne, can we?
Oh, the people would riot.
Bernard especially.
Bernard's hardly the people. Anyway, I have to get back to work. There's a mop in the supply closet next to Bernard's office, I think.
Thanks. I'll see you around.
No. There's a good energy between the two. That's for sure. Is this the same one? I think so. Yep, for sure. Le petit régal. Ooh.
Maybe Bobby wouldn't mind sneaking me a slice.
No. Bernard would have both our heads. Okay, let's get that mop from the supply closet.
What's E do? Beth's banter. Even if it's only a few minutes out of my day, my chats with Beth are always a highlight. She called me up to clean a mess. Gave us a chance to catch up. Too bad maids aren't usually allowed in the lobby. Heard Wendy and Jacques arguing in the break room. Linda got to Jacques' head and convinced him that Wendy was flirting with some of our guests. Wait. Wendy and Jacques. Oh, Linda. Okay, so Wendy and Jacques are together, and Linda is someone else who convinced Wendy that he might cheat on her. Haunted hotel. It's not that I believe in ghosts normally, but there have been too many instances for me to rule out the possibility completely. Just this morning. Oh, I heard a loud bang. I think that was maybe a gunshot that she heard. Hee hee hee. That's such a cute art style. Oh, Linda. Wendy. Wendy is nice looking. Jacques and Bobby. Head chef. My mom and my dad. Left when I was 2 years old. Haven't heard from him since. Okay.
Linda's been
Say
putting
no
these
to
everywhere lately.
Say
Where
no
does
to
Bernard
divorce.
allows it?
Protect the family. You can be divorced against your will. Women and children suffer most in divorce. You lose your succession rights. The wife's pension rights are lost. Are they? Were they? Actually? Gross.
Linda, Wendy's great at her job. Guests absolutely love her and...
Not just guests, apparently.
Oh, God damn it, Linda! Only because guests like her. Making sure guests are happy is my
The way
job
she
after
walked
all.
by.
You don't seem to care whether I'm happy.
She was like so openly
If
just
Wendy wasn't doing
snooping.
her job, that'd be another story. But I can't just fire her without good reason.
What if she stirred up trouble among the staff? Would that be a good reason?
Curiosity killed the cat.
Oh, Andrew. Hi. I'm sorry. I was just...
Spying on our manager?
No. I heard something, and I...
Hey. It's okay, I'm just pulling your leg. I'm sorry I scared you.
I'm not used to having people around me while I work.
Yeah, you're always working alone up there, aren't you? I actually think it's the first time I've seen you down in the lobby. Don't tell me you've been sent to clean up after the Valentine's Day ball.
Were you here Friday night to see the whole thing?
Yeah. They had someone in charge of the event, but she ended up crying alone in the stairwell, so I had to take over.
What happened? Did it really go so wrong?
It certainly didn't go wrong for the people enjoying the party, but for those sober around them, that's another story.
Good God. I'm glad I didn't have to be there. I don't know how you do it.
And I don't know how you handle cleaning up after other people all day. You must see plenty of weird stuff, right?
Yeah.
What's the weirdest thing you found in a guest's room?
Ooh. Gross. It has to be gross.
It's a bit gross.
Oh. I hope it's got nothing to do with bodily functions.
Probably that kid's vomit from last week.
Too. A few weeks ago, I walked into a room and found the trash can filled with cucumbers.
Okay.
Like, whole cucumbers, and some of them were carved, and
what?
I threw the whole trash can out that day. Don't tell Bernard.
I won't. Oh. I better go help Beth.
Do you think they were using them as sex toys?
It's okay. I need to,
Yeah, all right. Take care.
You too.
It is the 50s. They had to be creative.
Raymond, what does he want? He wants a lower room price. Make sure the hotel stays accessible to everyone.
Wow. Beautiful. The map. Do we need a bucket or anything?
Stairs, exercise. Elevator, convenience. Yeah, elevator wins this time.
She's so cute.
I'm really sorry about that. I'll have a word with our kitchen staff to make sure it doesn't happen again. Well, that...
What is that? Film? Can I pick it up?
Ew. I better throw that away.
Okay. It's a letter, though. There's text in there. Are you sure about that?
A film roll. The guest must have dropped it when he knocked over the vase. Probably should return it to him.
Or develop it. How do I take it? It says... How do I pick it up?
I better make sure the floor is spotless.
It says
Someone could
inspect.
slip and hurt
Oh,
themselves.
I can scroll through it. Ah.
Now I just put the leaves back in the vase, and it'll be like nothing ever happened.
Perfect.
I understand, Mr. Ramsey. I wish I could make the snowstorm disappear. I really do, but sadly, that's not within my power.
Beth, who knocked over that vase?
Mr. Spade.
Mr. Spade?
Well, I can check with the airport and let you know when flights resume. Until then...
She winked at me.
Yes, I know. You've said that already. But...
Do you think it's the person who
very
died?
Unlikely.
So, which room are you staying in, Mr. Spade?
You're welcome to speak to my manager if you'd like. I'm sure he'll be thrilled to talk to you.
Spade, spade, spade. 505.
Well, for that, you'd have to
Okay.
talk to my manager's manager. Would you like to contact
Oh,
him?
do I need to? Click on
Sadly,
it?
he doesn't.
Room 505. Great. That's on my floor. I can return that film roll without going out of my way.
Certainly. So first, I suggest finding a nice little corner where you can kneel down, all right? Then you clasp your hands together and think really hard about just how much you want the snowstorm to end. It may help to repeat his
Beth.
name, too. It's, God, G-O-D. I'm sure he'll be very sympathetic to your plight.
Oh my gosh, she's amazing.
No, I never dare. No, I'm dead serious. If anyone can make the snowstorm end, it's him.
Oh my god.
Hello? Sir? Oh, well.
Amazing.
I should go to the 5th floor to return Mr. Spade's film roll.
No, I can't talk to her. No. Wait, should we clean this? Can't leave that there. It's dangerous. Someone might slip. That's God, G-O-D. Think really hard, okay?
Phew, made it. Thanks.
You're
That
welcome.
was so good.
Was it you who cleaned the puddle by the restrooms?
I did. Was I not supposed to?
Well, Eugene asked us not to touch anything until he's repaired the leak, but it's probably safer this way.
That's
Someone
what I was
could have
saying.
slipped on it.
Yeah.
Which floor?
Oh, 6th. Thanks.
Yeah, they talk really soft. The volume is on max.
What's the big rush?
I need to bring this to our VIP guest, the one who rented the entire floor.
Oh, is it that British man I keep hearing about?
The British man.
Why does he need a bucket full of snow?
No idea. I don't even ask anymore. It's just the latest in a long series of strange requests.
What do you reckon he'll do with it?
Take a bath, maybe? Sometimes I wonder if he's just pulling an elaborate prank on me.
Can't you tell me who he is?
I've never actually met him. I always talk to his assistant.
Damn.
Only Bernard knows his identity.
Oh.
I do have a suspicion, though,
Oh?
but I'm not sure I should say it.
Can't you at least give me a hint?
Okay, let me think. Whew. Saved by the bell.
Hey, come on. Don't leave me hanging.
Let's just say I like to prolong the suspense.
Wait. Is that the hint?
Who knows?
Fair enough. Have fun up there.
You too.
Wait, doesn't she need her key? Is the door open?
This must have been so much fun. Well, for the guests at least.
Formal wear required. 1 drink. Door prizes and best dressed contests.
Does carrying this everywhere really make us better maids? Bernard seems to think so.
Clean ashtrays, scrub stains, make bed, empty garbage can, throw away trash. Sophie Roy. That's my name. 505 partial. 506 complete, 8 complete, 509 partial. Why is the door open? You just knock.
Mr.
That wouldn't
Spade?
happen nowadays. Like the door would just fall shut, right? In a hotel. Is he dead?
Mr.
Is he behind the
Spade?
bed? The bathroom. More film. That's a lot of film. I'm screaming. That's the same settings I always use. I shouldn't be any louder than regularly. I mean, the game is soft. She's very soft-spoken compared to me. I mean, I could turn the music back up if you want. But I only turned down like 5%, I think. Oh, he's developing film. Is she gonna snoop on the snooper? Oh. He snooped on the snooper. He snooped on us. Tampering with objects may lead to positive or negative consequences. I don't think there's any point in messing with this. They would just show that I've been here, you know? Or mix an equal quantity of instant. Or do you think we should throw out everything? Scrub the whole bathroom? What are we doing? You gonna look in the safe?
Hotel reception desk, Beth speaking. What can I do for you on this very fine day?
Beth, I need your help.
Sophie? What's going on?
I think Mr. Spade's stalking me while I work.
Really? I knew it!
You did?
I mean, I knew there was something fishy about him. He just has creep written all over his face, you know? How did you find out?
He took pictures of me. I found them hanging over the bathtub. He set up a kind of darkroom.
Pictures of you? Doing what?
I can't believe I'm about to say this, but sometimes when I clean the rooms, I get a little curious and, you know, snoop through our guest stuff.
Sneaky. And Mr. Spade caught you in the act, I suppose?
How did he take those pictures, though?
I think we should call the police.
No, that's a terrible idea.
But
Sophie, that man has pictures of you running your hands through people's stuff.
But I didn't steal anything. I was just snooping, I swear.
I know, but say a client reports something missing, those pictures would put a big red target on your back.
I could always throw them out.
Yeah, not your worst idea, but you found the pictures drying over the bath, right?
Yeah?
I'm no photographer, but I've been in one of those dark rooms before.
You have?
Yeah, I modeled for a while.
Oh!
Anyway, what I'm getting at is, those pictures were developed recently, but it doesn't mean there aren't more elsewhere.
Well, I didn't look through the entire room, but there is a safe here.
I bet you anything there'll be more pictures in there.
Do you have the safe combination then? I'm pretty sure it's locked.
Give me a minute.
Are we not worried that he's gonna come back?
Those idiots.
Merde.
What?
I can't find the combination list. The night staff's probably lost it again. Anyway, we always ask that clients write down their code somewhere so they don't have to call reception a dozen times. Maybe you can have a look around the room, and I call you if Mr. Creep comes back.
Nice.
You know, so you can get out of there in time.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, it's nothing.
Oh, and Beth?
Mm-hmm.
Please keep this between us.
Of course.
She seems nice. Okay, so we have to search for like a code, right? What is the...
No combination, no entry.
So, wait, does she want us to throw away all the film? Should I grab everything? Belgium, 44. Oh, that was a clue. Wait, that was another clue?
Locked. There has to be a key somewhere.
Whoa. What is he looking into? (1958) 017631.
The oratory. I just went there for the first time and... God, it's been years, hasn't it?
Special occasion, wedding, funeral. The lake. Ooh, something in the lake.
Beaver Lake. I took Mom skating there just a few weeks ago.
Wait, he's actually properly sneaking, like stalking you.
This was the sale where I found that winter jacket that Mom loves. Were you there too?
He's tracking all of your whereabouts, I only now realized. T30. Why Harry's? Lots of what? Burger places close to the hotel.
Harry's Diner too.
Is this just your receipt?
Were we ever there at the same time?
Okay, that's that.
Is this a floor of the Clarington?
Is this your route? 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.? Room service night mostly.
Morgan. Is that your real name? Why did you check in under Mr. Spade?
You have to stop writing to this address. Lindsay died 2 years ago. I do not know what happened between the two of you, but please let us grieve in peace. Lindsay's mother. Oh, scared me. Oh. Yay, thank you. Paul Morgan. Return to sender. Lindsay doesn't want their letters. So Lindsay died, but he's still sending letters to Lindsay?
Request to move to 507. Why did you want to change rooms?
Lindsay's address, Infantry Division. Can you... Oh, 3, number 3. Year of hospital discharge. Okay. Ah! My thingy isn't here. Okay, Infantry Division. 34. Infantry. This one. 99th. And then... Year of hospital discharge.
I'd forget my own head if I didn't write everything down. I guess we have that in common.
Year of hospital discharge. Hey, there's a key here.
What do we have here? I should bring that back to my cart.
He's using binoculars to look out the window. Hmm. 42.
You spent 10 years
Hospital.
in a psychiatric hospital.
Discharge
And it looks like you
2308.
left with a long list of diagnoses and prescriptions.
So it could be 57. No, 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 no. I just got it.
Is he here?
What? No.
Oh.
Beth, you said you thought Mr. Spade was coming back to his room.
Oh, yeah, I did say that. Sorry for the fright.
Oh my god, Beth. I nearly had a heart attack when I heard the phone ring.
I didn't mean for it. I was just so caught up in the thrill of it all. I had to check in. Did you find more pictures of you?
No, I haven't. But I did find something else.
Yeah?
He's got a kind of yarn map of Montreal on the wall.
A yarn map? And where does it lead to?
Lots of places. Most of them I've visited recently.
Merde. What's the deal with this guy?
I think he may be using an alias. I found some evidence that points to his real name being Paul Morgan.
Well, he's certainly not the first man to check into a hotel under a fake name.
Is it really common practice?
It is, when the man in question is married, but the woman accompanying him isn't. Or at least, not to him.
Considering the state of his room, I doubt Mr. Morgan was expecting any visitors.
Did you find anything else?
He seems to be in love with this woman who doesn't love him back.
You mean you?
No, someone else. I found lots of letters addressed to a woman named Lindsay, but she returned them all to sender, unopened.
Are you
I
sure
keep worrying that he's
love
gonna
and
appear in the
not
background.
obsession? Maybe he stalked her like he's stalking you.
I don't know. Whatever it is, I find it strange she didn't open the letters before sending them back. I would have had a look at them first.
Of course you would have. So, is that all you found then?
I'll know more once I open the safe.
Let's go.
Oh, so you found the combination?
Yeah, sort of.
I'm impressed. Well done, Arsène Lupin.
What?
Never mind. Don't let me keep you.
Okay, I'll call you back.
Yeah, you better. I won't call again unless Mr. Morgan returns. For real this time.
All right, thanks.
They're so cute. Okay. Do I just enter it? 34 99 57. Hey, hey, hey! A gun. Should I take everything or I don't know.
And H. M and H. Who are they? Are they guests here?
Arrived at the hotel, room not ready yet, had to wait in the lobby. M and H came in both nicely dressed. M was holding a flower bouquet. Heard them talking to the receptionist saying how nice the oratory was. Picked up some flyers to find out what oratory they were talking about. Room finally ready, no sign of M or H. Decided to unpack, install my setup in the bathroom. Still no sign of them, probably gone out again. Finished developing the afternoon's pictures. Unable to sleep, heard weird noises from the corridor. No idea who or what it was.
You're going through their trash? You really want to find out what M and H are up to, don't you?
Back in my room, we'll have to kill time until they return. Spotted them. Hotel's restaurant. Left for the bathroom. Damn, really like spying them every step of the way. Unable to sleep again. Heard someone's exiting room 507.
Why are you following them? And who's sneaking out at night? So many questions.
No sign of M and H since early afternoon tonight. We'll try to find out who's sneaking out at night. Fell on the ice while taking a picture. H might have seen me. I wonder who they are. So the pictures are not all
Okay,
about
Sophie,
me.
you should probably put this down. Now.
Okay, should we... Okay. Should we take all the film and all the pictures? Because it's also incriminating us. Or should we touch nothing and leave? My fingerprints are on the weapon. That's true. Ah, okay. A lot of people are saying to leave everything. Okay, let's do that. So, should we just clean up?
Did you intend for me to discover your little dark room? Or did this just fall down?
Do not forget to buy more film. Room key? Why did he leave his room key? Where is he? His door was open? Okay. I don't know if I should clean things as I've been cleaning them, or... I could clean the mirror. This feels like a bad idea. But I've already cleaned a couple things, so I might as well clean more. He'll be like, someone was in my room. Okay. Suitcase is closed. Can I put the... Yeah, place the key. Good. Should I make the bed? I can't exactly dirty things, so might as well clean up a couple things. What is he gonna think? Okay. I think I'll leave it at that. Maybe turn off the TV.
The storm must be getting worse. I hope Mom's not too bored without her TV shows.
Okay, I think I'll leave it at that. This is such a bad idea.
I'm sure I'll find more laundry to add to the pile.
Where do I put the cups? Ah.
Another day, another dirty dish to pick up.
There we go. Oh wait, didn't Beth want us to call?
Clarington Hotel reception desk, Beth speaking.
It's me.
Oh, hold on. Andrew. Andrew. Cover for me, will you?
What's going on?
Hey, Tintin. Just do it.
Tintin.
Sorry about that. So, I take it you opened Morgan's safe? What was in it?
A journal.
His journal? Does he say why he's stalking you?
No, but it seems he's stalking 2 other people as well.
Oh, who are they?
They're guests. I don't know their names, though. I was hoping you could find them in the logbook.
Well, Snoopy, although it may seem like it, I'm not actually clairvoyant, so I'll need something to narrow the search. Do you know anything about them?
Mr. Morgan refers to them as H and M.
Well, that could mean a lot of things. It could be their initials, or, I don't know, husband and mistress.
Oh,
that's true.
I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, I'll need a little more to go on.
I found out that Mr. Morgan made a request to be transferred to room 507, but it was denied because...
That's Mrs. Beaumont's room.
Exactly.
Why change rooms when his entire setup is in 505?
I'm not sure. I just thought it might be related.
Maybe, but... would you look at that? There's a couple staying in room 509. Hector and Marcella Cruz.
Hector and Marcella.
Ooh.
H and M.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Do you know anything about the Cruzes?
Well, I saw them come in and out of the hotel a few times. Called a taxi for them once. The missus does the smiling and the other frowns a lot. Nothing to write home about. Do you have room 509 on your to-do list by any chance?
I do, actually.
Then maybe you go clean it and have a little look-see?
Yeah, nothing unusual here. Just a maid cleaning a room.
That's my girl.
I'll call you if I find anything.
Just be careful, okay?
I will. I promise.
Oh shit! Here we go. God, yeah, this game is making me nervous. It's making me nervous to think that we might get caught. And now she realized she lost her key. She left it in the break room.
I must have forgotten my keys in the break room again.
You did.
I'll need my keys to enter room 509. I should probably check the break room.
Nice. Holy fuck! I got tricked by my own headphones. That really sounded like my door was open, but it was the elevator doors behind me. Oh, we can also snoop in all of these. We can snoop everywhere.
Shoot, it's locked. I guess I'll have to get Linda's master key instead. I've never seen two people more suited for each other. I hope they work things out. They need to.
Wait, where are we gonna find Linda?
Linda usually leaves a master key in the women's locker room.
Locker room. Laundry room? I mean, it's not really anything sneaky. You just forgot your own key, so you're grabbing hers. Oh. Who was that for?
Bitch. What did Linda do? And to whom?
My wife will be at her parents tonight. Come by my house at 8 p.m. Make sure you bring the new lingerie I bought you. B. We could throw it away and clean it. But honestly, I kind of want the drama. Wait, what was it? Linda and Wendy and Jacques? Bernard.
That'll do. I'll just have to make sure I don't forget to return it.
It's interesting that you can clean it if you want.
The master key only unlocks the guests' rooms. I'll have to get my keys later. At least I can get into 509 now.
Don't like that. Can we ask someone for a key for the break room?
Hey, you.
Hey, Beth.
Hey, Beth. On break already?
Sadly, no. I have an express delivery to make to the 6th floor.
Isn't that Jacques or Andrew's job?
Well, they're both busy, so... What about you? I thought you'd be in 509.
I'm heading up now. I just had to grab Linda's master key before I could continue our investigation.
Oh, I see. Well, this has been quite the day so far, hasn't it? I can't remember the last time work was this interesting.
Yeah, that's definitely one way to put it. That's not all, though.
I was wondering why her name was Beth, but her card name tag says E, but it's probably Elizabeth.
While I was looking for my keys, I found some graffiti on Linda's door.
What kind of graffiti are we talking about?
The words, hypocrite, bitch, in red lipstick. I wonder who could have written it.
If I had to bet, I'd put my money on Wendy. Linda's been treating her like her personal punching bag as of late.
I love that Beth's reaction was just to chuckle.
Bernard's already on his last nerve today. If he catches wind of more drama between Linda and Wendy, the stress might kill him.
Huh. And I can only hope I'll have a front row seat when that happens.
I don't know the first thing about running a hotel, but the amount of pressure he must be under, I don't think any good would come from adding to that.
I guess not. You know, I don't know how you do it, Sophie. Maybe it's because my empathy only goes so far, but I admire that you're able to feel for just about anyone.
I feel more for some than others. Oh, is this it?
I like to put myself in other people's shoes, especially if they're people I find fascinating, like you.
Wow. The way you turned that compliment right back around at me was...
Uno reverse.
Well, this was a lovely chat, but I better see if Eugene is around maintenance. Hopefully he can help me find this thing for our esteemed guest.
Yeah, we both got a lot on our plates today.
I can't wait to find out more about our friends H&M. Take care.
You too.
It's a very good sign that she didn't shy away from that compliment, so. Yeah, we can go. Okay, so 5:09 time.
Oh,
Hope.
I do have 506 next on my list. Should I pop in before checking out 509?
Can't we do 5:09 first and then 5:06? What do you guys think?
Getting into 509 will be no problem with the master key. Let's get to the bottom of all this.
5:09 first? Okay, you got it. Shouldn't you knock first? Maybe there's someone inside. Always scares the shit out of me when I'm staying at a hotel and the maid just like comes in without checking if anyone's there in the room.
More work for poor Rebecca. Hang in there, Reb.
Oh, nice bath. That? Okay.
Looks like someone tore that note apart, but I'm missing some pieces.
Ooh.
I can't make out what's written. These are lovely. I wish you'd had more confidence in yourself.
I still love you as much as I did on the day I met you. I will always remember the first time I saw you in that beautiful red dress. It seems like only yesterday when 10 years ago I promised I would always love you, and today I pledge again what I pledged 10 years ago. Everything changed the day you came into my life. I hope it will change again when a new member enters our family. I hope we can soon expand our family. You know how important family is to me. That's very sweet, but they couldn't make up their mind. What is that? Mascara? Like, how do you get black splotches like that? Inspect. Aspirin. Okay.
What were you apologizing for?
I'm sorry, please forgive me.
And were you forgiven? I'll hold off on throwing this out just yet. The food's practically untouched.
Sleeping on the couch? Having some troubles? Montreal vacation. Just their costs. Grab that. Meeting with John, haircut, bank appointment, notary, wedding anniversary on Halloween. Valentine. Their wedding anniversary is on Valentine. But they were sleeping in a separate... Someone was sleeping on the couch.
This person looking for you back in Texas, was he really just a coworker?
Dear son, I cannot believe you decided to renew your vows so far away from the family. Your father and I are very disappointed, and so are your sisters. Montreal, what a strange destination. I would not be surprised if this was another one of your wife's ideas. I met Luciana in town yesterday. She has 5 children, 3 boys, 2 girls. And is pregnant with her 6th. Jesus. Juan has just bought them that nice house on the corner of Prado and Ramos. Imagine if you had married her like you were supposed to. You would have had your own family by now. Oh, what a letter. Your mother. Yesterday, I also drove by your home to get the mail. As I was leaving, I met a man who was looking for you. I think he is one of your colleagues from work, but I am not sure. I told him you were in Montreal, but would be back next week. When do you come back exactly? I hope you can be there for your uncle's birthday. I will make your favorite cake. Ugh. That's such a typical mom letter. My mom's very nice, though, but...
Wow. You look like a couple out of a magazine.
It's definitely that generational thing that is like... Why are you doing this? Why don't you just do this? By the way, love you. I'll make your favorite food. Ugh. Hate it. Same one. Yeah, why aren't you pregnant yet? Yeah. Oh, I hate that question.
Here. I should leave it as it is.
More scraps? This is a big hotel room. I was gonna say apartment, but... Man, we really are snooping, aren't we? You should pick up their phone.
Wait, there's something sticking out of the case. Mrs. Cruz got her personal information stolen. Is Mr. Morgan behind it?
Company privacy breach, 25th of September. Wait, what is this company? Currently investigating the breach. The phone stopped. No! Wait, there's a red SOS 5 and a red 8 there.
I should wait till I have more to report before calling Beth.
But she tried to call you. Might as well actually make the bed so that if someone does come in, you can just be like, oh, sorry, I was just cleaning your room. You know? I feel so bad for doing this now. Anything?
Am I reading this right? The account's been emptied.
Oh. Withdrawals, yeah. A withdrawal of $5,000. Oh, don't do it there. Jesus, take it with you to somewhere where you can't get interrupted. Let's see. I'm a little bit low on the screen, but I'm hoping it'll still count. Okay, what does it mean?
Some kind of code. Could I break it?
Well, we have these hints. SOS 5. W is 8. Okay, this is it. I need to get my remarkable. You need to click on the codes and then it remembers it automatically. Oh.
These symbols match some of the ones on the torn message. That's one of the symbols. That's one of the these symbols match some of the ones on the locked. It looks like the code is made up of 4 letters.
Okay.
More of these symbols. Just what I was looking for. More of these symbols.
And then T.
Just what I was looking for. Yes, these are part of the same set. I think I can use this.
BC, okay.
This looks right up Andrew's alley. I wonder if he's read this one.
Okay. Well, we have more clues. Were there any other symbols we've seen so far? Oh, look at that. Ah, I see. Okay, so if this is 8? Or is 8 is W? 5 is O? This could be an I. Then this has to be an L. I will leave. This might be in the... I will leave notes in the vent next to... room? Next door to... in the vent next to... your?
I will leave notes in the vent next to your room.
Time to call the Beth.
Clarington Hotel reception desk, Beth speaking.
Hey Beth, it's me.
Hey. So, how did the snooping go? Find anything?
I did. I found a message written in strange symbols. A kind of secret code.
A secret code? Well, spill the beans. What did it say?
I will leave notes in the vent next to your room.
In the vent? Who the hell does that?
I don't know. But whoever the message was intended for went through a lot of trouble to hide it. It was torn in a dozen pieces and scattered in 3 different trash cans.
Wait.
So the cruises are keeping secrets from each other. Do you think one of them's having an affair?
Do you think if the fact that they tore up a note and hid it in different trash cans, that would almost make it seem like they left the message especially for her because they knew only a maid would go through all of the trash cans?
I don't know. It really looks like blackmail.
Blackmail? What makes you say that?
I found a letter from some sort of company, Fernie and Weissman. It mentions a security breach.
Targeting the cruises?
Just the wife. It seems some of her private information was stolen by someone.
But for it to be blackmail, there needs to be money involved, right?
Uh-huh.
Is that all you've got to back your theory?
I also found a bank statement belonging to Mrs. Cruz. Her account was emptied very recently.
I smell trouble.
More precisely, $5,000 worth of trouble.
Yikes, that's no pocket change. So you think she had to pay whomever's blackmailing her?
Exactly.
You could be onto something here. I don't know what they could have gotten from Fernie and Weissman, but she obviously doesn't want that info leaked. Do you think Mr. Morgan's the blackmailer?
If that's the case, does he intend to blackmail me too?
Oh, man. That's possible. Maybe you should throw away those pictures after all.
I'll think about it. What I know for sure is I should go and have a look at the vent that's mentioned in the message.
Yeah, good idea, Bean. I'm about to go on break, so if you need my help again, just ask Andrew to patch you through to the break room.
All right. Enjoy your break.
Oh, I will.
You should probably take that message and throw it out. Can't leave proof. Are we done cleaning other than that? We can fold this sheet.
Someone's been sleeping here. I should leave it as it is.
We made the bed, but we're missing the pillowcase. Oh, that's there.
The message said next to your room. So it has to be a vent in the corridor.
Oh yeah, we didn't open
Locked.
this.
It looks like the code is made up of 4 letters.
The fact that we can't put anything in must mean that we don't have the code. Clean the pedals. You're right. Okay. Can't clean these though.
I could have been on my door for a few minutes.
An hour? An hour? Christ. How did they even get that letter?
Wendy must have run through my trash.
Wendy? What's this obsession of yours with her?
It's not an obsession. I know she did it.
Linda.
To get back at me. She thinks it's my fault Jack broke up their engagement.
Do you have any proof?
I do. I found this lipstick in Wendy's locker. Look, that's the rag I used to erase the message. It's the exact same color.
Okay, the vent next to your... But who's next to your door? But who is she writing to? Oh, it looks so cold out. Oh. Should I throw it out? Yeah. Fuck it.
I can't see anything in there. No messages. Let's try another vent.
Oh, this one. Ooh, another note.
Can't open these without a screwdriver.
Do you have one? Hey.
Highest priority, huh? That means Eugene's probably working in Bernard's office right now.
Bernard tells me there's a cold draft coming from his window and it's turning his office into a freezer. Fixing this should be our highest priority. Linda. Why did he tear it up?
Huh, this must be Eugene with his daughter. He looks like a caring father. It sounds like Eugene asked Bernard to stop opposing the construction of the new psychiatric hospital. And Bernard was Bernard.
Oh, his daughter. I was unaware of your daughter's condition. I can only imagine how difficult this must be for you and your wife, but do not worry. You only have to look at my brother to see how rotten apples grow even in the best of families. What? As for your request, afraid I'm unable to grant it. Mr. Weston is both a good friend of mine and a benefactor of the Clarington, so it would be inappropriate for me to oppose him. Also, considering his great influence in this city, I have no doubt he will manage to prevent the hospital's construction no matter what. Thank you for your understanding. Ugh. Shop owners against new mental hospital. A group of downtown mental business shop owners met grievances. We read this, didn't we? Yeah, we did. William Weston, manager of the department store.
Oh, Eugene. I had no idea.
A friend of mine has heard from her hairdresser, who's heard from her sister-in-law, who works as a secretary to the mayor, that the city plans on building a new mental hospital right next to Clarington. Imagine, Denise could get the care she needs while staying close to home. It's almost too good to be true. I don't dare get my hopes up, but still. I'll keep my ear to the ground and keep you posted as soon as I have more news. Warm wishes, Joyce. There it is again.
Another one. Wendy and Jacques have really gotten around. Eugene's a pro at fixing the fuse box whenever there's a power outage. Wait, Sophie, you don't need these. Be careful.
I need a
It's slippery slope
screwdriver,
towards
though.
becoming a hoarder.
Are we seeing screwdrivers anywhere?
No screwdriver.
Hmm.
What's life without a little challenge?
Then where am I gonna get one? Maybe basement?
Eugene must be down in Bernard's office. I should go ask him for a screwdriver.
Sure. She's like, I know so much about you. Are you gonna press a button?
It's, Miss Belivet, isn't it?
What? Oh, Roy.
Oh, right.
Awkward!
You're the one who took last week off, aren't you? You had to, take care of your sister, I think?
Mother. My mother. She's very sick.
No, I hope this doesn't become a recurring thing. I need to know I can count on you.
I understand, sir.
What are you doing here, anyway? Are you on break?
Huh. What is this? Socializing? Oh, indicates a lie. Lies may get you out of a tough spot, but be careful not to get caught in a lie. I think it's safer to lie, because there's no reason we would need a screwdriver, right?
Yes, I am.
Don't take too long.
No, I won't.
Manager's office, Mr. Skinner.
Well, don't you look mischievous.
Hey,
Bean, if
Hey,
you're
Bean.
planning to give Bernard a good scare, sign me up.
No, I'm looking for a screwdriver. For the vent. Linda asked Eugene to fix Bernard's window.
Oh, I see.
Eugene?
What the hell? You'd better go and take a look. I'll stand guard by the elevator and make some noise if I see Bernard coming.
Okay, thanks. I'll be quick.
I wonder if Eugene has something to do with... Probably not with what... Not the blackmailing or anything, but... Oh, is that a screwdriver?
Aha! Let's get you to that vent. Opposing something that could help so many people just because it's close to your hotel? This is ridiculous.
It must have something to do with that, right? Yeah, Eugene. I would like to thank you again for... Oh, Weston. Agreeing to this partnership between the Clarington Hotel and the department store. Thanks to your generous help, renovations are well underway and the hotel has never looked better. On another note, it has come to my attention that you have formed a group of local business to oppose the construction of the mental hospital. Can't allow a band of cuckoos to move into my backyard. Oh my god. Should you accept, it will be an honor and a privilege to join your fight. Handwritten by Eugene. Enjoy the cold, you cold-hearted prick. Hell yeah, Eugene. Maybe we should get rid of it because it looks bad on Eugene if that gets found. What do you guys think? Yeah. Eugene seems like a good guy.
With this blizzard, Bernard's office will be a skating rink by the end of the day. Best to avoid that. This
Dear brother.
does not look like a nice brotherly check-in. I had no idea things were this bad between Bernard and Raymond.
I thank you for your invaluable input, but need I remind you the terms of our agreement? I did my part. I got you out of jail and I have ensured that news of your deviant ways would not leak. Now I expect you to keep your side of the bargain and stay out of my way. You are not in charge of the hotel anymore. I have worked relentlessly the last 2 years to return the Clarington to its former glory, a great challenge considering the poor state you left it in. I'm glad Father never got to see how you shamelessly destroyed his great legacy. As for me, I will be dead too before I listen to a single word of advice from you. You ask I lower our prices, but I can tell you I plan on doing just the opposite. My guests will only be le crème de la crème. Your deviant friends can find themselves another place for their sinful debaucheries. Enjoy your retirement. Damn, they really don't get along, do they? Mr. Leduc, my employer has made the following requests. Avoid unwanted attention. His identity should be secret. Oh, is this the famous guy? Temperature in the room should be exactly 22 Celsius. His dog should be fed the very best roast beef. Room should be cleaned every day, 11:30 on the dot. Eggs should be banned from his room service orders. No one should disturb him between 4 and 5 p.m. More requests shall follow once my employer takes possession of his room. Oh, who is it?
Well, just look at these distinguished gentlemen. And a young Bernard.
I'm stuck.
Kinda wish I worked
Changes
here when Raymond
hands.
was in charge. Sounds like the hotel was very different back then.
Oh, I can't. Oh, there I can. Raymond Leduc retired yesterday after more than 20 years at the helm of the Clarington Hotel, located in downtown Montreal. Founded by Leduc's father, Ferdinand, in 1921, the hotel was one of Montreal's most respected establishments under the Great Depression and Ferdinand Leduc's death in 1929. Ever since, guests have noticed a drop in the hotel's standards. My wife and I used to stay at the Clarington every year for our anniversary, said Mr. Grayson, who first visited the hotel in 1925. We've stopped coming 2 or 3 years ago because of all the unsavory characters hanging around. My wife was quite afraid. Despite Raymond Leduc's retirement, the establishment will remain in the Leduc family as his brother Bernard is now taking over the reins after many years as the hotel's concierge. Oh, he was the concierge first. Interviewed in the lobby, Mr. Leduc promised great changes would come for the Clarington. And it looks like that's about all we can find. Unless there's something in the desk. Room 602, ask Eugene to fix a radiator. Call Weston's office, apologize to Drake for Valentine Ball mishap. Speak to contractor about cost overruns. Call Weston's office again. Decide winner for employee of the month reward. Oh wait, didn't check the back. Okay.
Ew. Is this Linda's?
Bernard. So horny.
Surely your break is over by now.
No, it's not.
I came by here not too long ago, and Andrew was already covering for you.
That's because I was in the ladies' room.
Stick out.
That's no
Stick out.
excuse to...
It's my time of the month.
uh,
You're married, aren't you? So you know how it is. I have to go more often, and sometimes I stain the furniture, and don't get me started on all the...
That's enough details. Miss Belivet, what were you doing in my office?
Oh my god.
I was simply closing the door. Someone left it ajar.
Really? But that doesn't explain what you're doing on this floor. You know very well the cleaning staff isn't supposed to wander around the lobby for no reason. You wouldn't be lying to me, would you, Miss Belivet?
No, I swear,
It's my fault. I asked her to come clean up a mess I made. Spilled coffee.
Oh my god, Beth
Miss
is a
Lambert,
saint.
You're not supposed to have beverages at the front desk.
Yeah, well, there are so many rules here. I lose track.
Man, Beth is covering for me.
Come with me.
She's the best. Wink, please. Please, wink.
Sorry.
Oh. Maybe I should have not lied.
Now, there was a problem with the window, but it seems Eugene's fixed it. Now, as I was saying, I'm really disappointed in you, Miss Lambert. When you first started working here, I never would have thought that you had so little decency.
Decency's overrated. Personally, I think it gives the lobby a bit of character. Clients love the fact that I embody the désinvolte French woman stereotype.
Guests We call them guests. How many times do I have to repeat it? And Mr. Ramsay sure didn't seem to appreciate your, how do you call it? Desenvolte French woman attitude? Telling him his only recourse is to pray for the snowstorm to end. That's not how you talk to guests.
No, that's how you talk to morons.
You're lucky, Miss Lambert. Lucky you have a face that makes people tolerate your abrasive personality. If you weren't so pretty, you'd have been out of a job a long time ago.
Damn.
But I'd suggest not testing me. Especially not today.
Okay.
Well, if you give me a raise, I might consider being more agreeable when it comes to yes.
You really think this is the right time to ask for a raise? Now, even if you were a model employee, which clearly you're not, it'd be foolish of me to give raises right now. But with the renovation cost overruns and Mr. Weston not returning... Oh. Yeah. I think you may just be his type.
What the hell are you going on about?
You know who Mr. Weston is, don't you? It has just occurred to me that he's particularly fond of French women.
Oh, I see where this is going.
Look, I'll add $2 to your next paycheck if you do it. And I'm not asking much.
Meh.
Next time he comes to visit,
Unless she turns him
try to
down.
be nice to him. I mean, nicer than usual.
$2? That's adorable. Make it $5 and I'll smile.
$3 and you make conversation with him for 10 minutes.
$4 for 5 minutes conversation. Paid up front.
Deal.
Always a pleasure doing business with you.
Oh my god. Beth is amazing. What the fuck? The balls on that woman. Let's see what's in that vent. I think a $4 raise is quite a bit though, right? In the 50s. I think it makes a difference.
Oh, I guess I'm free to disturb room 508 now. But that's where Bernard and Linda were. Ew.
Ew. Unscrew? Oh. A new cryptic message. Oh, you're going back to this room? I don't know why you keep doing that. Can we keep the other note with it as well? Oh, cool. We know a lot more now. So this is an L. Yeah, so it's okay. So this is an E. Right? This is a T. So this has to be an M. Meet me tonight. Tonight in my room. Michael. Michael will... What is this one? B? What's this? Sleeping. Sleeping. Michael will be sleeping. We need to discuss.
Meet me tonight in
our
my
plan.
room. Michael will be sleeping. We need to discuss our plan.
Clarrington Hotel reception desk, Beth speaking.
It's me.
Oh, hello, Bean. Anything new to report?
I found another message written in secret code.
What does it say?
Meet me tonight in my room. Michael will be sleeping. We need to discuss our plan.
Michael? Who's that? Another husband?
I don't know. It's the first time I'm hearing of a Michael in this story.
Let me check the logbook.
I love that she says Bean.
There's a Michael staying in room 507.
Mrs. Beaumont's room? But she doesn't have a husband. She's here alone with... Oh, Michael must be her son. I got him some extra blankets the other day so he could build a fort.
Could Marcella...
Yes?
No, never mind. So, what's next?
I guess I should go have a look at 507, but it's not on my list. There's a do not disturb sign on the door.
Well, I could call the room to make sure no one's there.
Good idea.
Hang on.
Although, they could also just not want to pick up the phone.
You've got the all clear, Bean. Head on over.
Thanks, Beth. I'll call you back.
I would still not risk it. Okay.
Looks like I'm headed to room 507.
We still haven't cleaned out... Should I clean out this really messy room, though? Shouldn't I do that as well? At least a little bit. Did he really just scold us for talking? These Montreal cab drivers, I swear. I know, I thought he appreciated us trying to make conversation. Thank God for a good old-fashioned pen and paper, at least. Yeah, it takes me back. At least Sister Gabriella isn't here to confiscate them anymore. So, as I was saying, are you ready for your week-long bridal shower, Mrs. Hubert? Stop it, Simone. It's not Mrs. Until we walk down the aisle, and this week is for thinking about anything but that. That's right. We're making the most of this week before I lose you to the jaws of married life. I would never. I won't be another Andrea, I promise. Diane, he's going to kick us out if you keep making me laugh. Montreal Tourism Association. Oh, that's just the... Huh. The little face they drew on the bottom one. Funny. So, they are just having a good old time. Do we take the hearts and everything? Are they all empty boxes?
Not exactly a cherished gift, if you just left it behind like this.
I'm not going home without a prize. Dear my beloved Leanne, much as I would have loved to spend this Valentine's Day with a woman who is about to become my Mrs. Hubert, I'll happily make do with the lifetime of Valentine's Days awaiting us. Enjoy your week in Montreal. I'll be eagerly awaiting your return and the start of our new life together. Don't let her rope you into anything crazy. Tell her I need my bride back in one piece. Wait, so they left? Should I just throw it out then? Trash it? I guess they checked out, huh? Yes. Then I should probably trash this as well. Clean that. Wow. Okay. Sorry for the mess. At least they were aware, I guess. Shoe?
What's the story behind this?
Okay, I think that about does it. Oh, a balloon. There. Nice. I think that does it. Okay, so we were sneaking into this room? Oh god, that's scary. You should still knock, maybe. I wouldn't just go in. Okay. We are both Beth and I are so fired.
She's all but outright threatening you. Oh, I hope you can stay as far away from him as possible.
I just met your damn lawyer. You've got some balls to accuse me of that. If you were so irreproachable yourself, do you think I don't know where you spend your nights? Ugh. Worst of all is that you won't let me see my son. You won't even tell me where he is. If you think you have a chance to get you custody, you really don't know me well. I won't let you take Michael away from me.
Looks like someone grew tired of looking at your face, Mr. Beaumont.
Damn. Wait, I shouldn't clean it. We're not supposed to be in here. Oh. I shouldn't clean anything.
Mr. Cruz, huh?
Ah, for insurance.
Numbers, dates, times. What does it all mean?
1824. It could be the suitcase. Oh, cute.
Oh, Michael. Adults can be so confusing. I promise it's not you.
I'm sorry, but Mom asked me not to tell you the name of our hotel. She allowed me to talk about our room, though. We have 2 little beds, a radio, and even a television. Mom let me build a fort with and a maid brought us extra blankets. She's really nice. That's me. The hotel is nice too, but I miss home. I wish Mom and you could be happy, and I wish everything could go back the way it was before, but Mom says it's impossible. She says she no longer loves you. Do you think she'll ever stop loving me too? Oh! Oh no, that's so sad!
Ooh. So you were eager to set up a meeting, but didn't want anyone noticing.
I hope you're well in spite of the circumstances. We've been on the train for 2 days now. It's a long ride, made even longer by the fact that I cannot wait to see you again. We're scheduled to arrive in Montreal on the eve of Valentine's Day. I booked room 509, a marital suite. When we arrive, please refrain from talking to me until we can figure out a safe way to see each other. Say hello to Michael for me. M. To Mrs. Beaumont. So she was seeing someone new already? Anne Bursey. Michael's withdrawal from school. Dear Mrs. Bursey, we have successfully processed your request to withdraw your son, Michael Bursey, from his school schedule and system under the agreement that you will continue his education from home. Following this letter, you will receive the list of books and school materials you need to purchase in order to follow the curriculum from home. Social worker will be in touch to help you understand our milestones so that your son can benefit from our programs from the comfort of his home. Thank you for thinking of your son's education. Donald Byron.
Some games really stand the test of time. I used to play. Sounds like this is from your school days, but the name of the sender is smudged.
Dear Anne, you are right. I miss the snow already. It's so hot in Texas. It's quite a shock after the cool weather of Montreal. My family has never seen snow before, and I could not find the words to tell them how beautiful it was. They don't understand what they're missing. I wish I could build my brothers a snowman like the one we built together a few weeks ago. I know it's childish, but I had not had that much fun in years. Christmas was exhausting. 9 days of eating, singing, dancing. 9 days? Great fun, but I'm glad it's over so I can rest a little. Of course, celebrations will resume for New Year, but it gives me a few days to relax. How are things going with your family? I know you don't get along well, but I hope you're still able to have a good time. I'll leave for Montreal on the 8th. Cannot wait to be back. I miss finding black cat hairs all over my clothes. I miss our late night studying sessions at Harry's. I even miss Sister Miller's classes, if you can believe it. I'll see you soon.
So a husband can abuse his wife and just get away with it? And people like Linda still think divorce is wrong?
The 50s. I have met with Luis and he asked me to give you the enclosed letter. I think I should reiterate that some of your accusations, such as wife abuse, are not grounds for divorce in Quebec. I understand you're hurt, but I do not think antagonizing your husband is very wise at the moment. Do not forget to be in court at 11 a.m. on the 20th. Be on time. Also, a friendly reminder that my fees for January need to be paid before the end of the month. Jesus Christ. What is that? Greta.
Locked. The key has to be around here somewhere.
Do you want to get in there? Oh, is that a picture from someone? Open, close. Royal College, Montreal. Wait, it said enter selection mode.
You almost look like Marcella. Aw, that's so sweet. I didn't do much, but
oh, it's for
I'm glad
you.
It meant something to you.
Thank you so much for taking care of our room every day and bringing us extra sheets. Michael and I wanted to give you a little something before we left.
Those few coins in my tip jar.
I shouldn't have picked those up because I'm not supposed to be here. But at least they like me.
Look in your eyes. What does it mean? And who is this from?
You don't need to know my name, but you've seen me. I recognize that look in your eyes when you checked in. You and I don't need to make a fuss out of it. Keep your wits about you and I'll do the same. What? This letter has been sent to you and has been around the world 3 times. The one who breaks the chain will have bad luck. The copy thing. Chain letters. The winds and the leaves that day made a sound that sounded like... Really, Anne? Winds and leaves that day made the tree whistle a soft melody that came to my ear. I remember every part of this day, for it was the day we met. Ah, this is bad. I was looking for my cat when I heard the sound of the leaves blowing in the wind, like a melody to my ear, on this summer day where I met you. Where would we find this key, though? On the nightstand? I missed it? There's a key here? You mean this?
Aha.
That's a key?
Keys are Snoop's best friend.
What? I thought that was a hairpin. What a weirdly shaped key.
I'll need another key to unlock this.
Oh.
Haven't I seen one just like this somewhere?
Have you? I haven't. Have we? Oh, there's lipstick on the...
I know lipstick marks are a pain to scrub off, but they're kind of charming.
Not in there. Almost cleaned it. Thought that was a... Is that a ring? It is. It's a wedding ring. An engagement ring. It is in 505. Yeah, I feel like I've searched this entire room. Let's see. Wait, this room? Oh, she's wearing it.
Ah, there you are. Ah, there you are.
Oh.
With Marcella. God knows where she...
Clarendon Hotel reception desk, Beth speaking.
Hey, Beth.
Bean, I've been meaning to speak to you.
Oh, about what?
Beans.
Well, a little birdie told me Mr. Morgan and Mr. Cruz had an argument yesterday evening.
Really? Who's your little birdie?
Jacques. Apparently it got so heated he had to get involved. And
Whoa.
listen to this. It sounds like I was on the right track, because he heard a particular word thrown around quite a lot. Wanna guess what it is?
Cowabunga. Blackmail.
Blackmail?
No, that was your theory, remember?
Oh.
It's affair.
Affair? Did Jack hear anything else?
From what he told me, it seemed like Mr. Cruz was accusing Mr. Morgan of having an affair with his wife. Wouldn't have expected Mrs. Cruz to fall for a man like Morgan, but I guess the heart wants what the heart wants.
Maybe, but that doesn't explain Mrs. Beaumont's involvement with Mrs. Cruz.
What do you mean?
I found a chest in room 507. I think it can only be opened by turning 2 keys at once. I found one of them in Mrs. Beaumont's things.
Oh, and the other one?
Well, I remembered seeing a similar key in one of Mr. Morgan's stocking pictures, so I went back to check. Mrs. Cruz wears it as a pendant. It looks identical to Mrs. Beaumont's key.
Wait, so Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz own identical keys that are both needed to open a mysterious chest? Yeah, there's definitely something going on here.
They're having the affair? Ooh.
I think Mrs. Cruz and Mrs. Beaumont might be the ones having the affair.
That's an interesting theory. Did you find any clues that might support this?
Nothing concrete. I mean,
2
I
lipstick
did find a letter
stained
that suggests
glasses.
they may have gone to college together, but they could just as well be good friends, right?
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
I guess we'd know for sure if we could have a look at that chest, but I don't think I'll be able to open it. I've looked around room 509. I would have seen the second key if it was there. Mrs. Cruz must have left with it this morning.
Yeah.
We were so close. I can't believe it all ends here.
Well, hold on. I may have an idea. Get me a candle and some plaster, and maybe I can do something about that pesky chest.
What?
I'll tell you later. Just find me those things, and I'll meet you in the basement as soon as I manage to leave my post.
All right.
What?
Thank you for not giving up.
Come on, you know I wouldn't let you down.
Oh, Beth. Beth is just more and more amazing every time.
Plaster and candles. Well, half the hotel's under renovation. I should be able to find plaster somewhere around here.
I know exactly where it is. Da 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 da!
Great. This takes care of half of this little scavenger hunt. As for the candles, doesn't Rebecca keep some in her locker downstairs?
Close the safe. Oh, shit. That's true. Oh. There. Okay. I think I left a bunch of other doors open, but it seems like the game is pretty lenient.
Candles, candles, candles. I think Rebecca keeps a stash of them, but where?
Where is Rebecca's locker? Locker room?
I told him fixing the window should be a top priority. And
Oh, I'd very much like to speak to him, trust me, but I just can't find him. He's nowhere to be found.
Eugene didn't get fired.
Disappeared. I don't know what on earth's going on today. Is it because of that goddamn snowstorm? Or was there something in the coffee this morning?
what do you mean?
Well, the whole staff's completely off today. Jacques leaving luggage carts everywhere. Wendy writing that message on your door. Beth. Oh, don't even get me started.
Beth's on her period.
What's her name? Sylvie? I've never noticed how odd she is.
Me, Sophie?
Sophie, you mean? I like her. She's a good girl.
You know what? I should call the city. Tell them they don't need to build that new madhouse next door. There's one right here.
Oh, Bernard, it's not that bad. I'm here, aren't I? Come here. Let me help you forget about all that for a minute.
Who is I?
Should start by checking out Rebecca's
Rebecca.
locker.
Oh, hey, Beth. I shouldn't go through her things, but I really want to. Candles? Tea? Cigarettes? VIP and 602 is getting on my nerves. He keeps ordering food that's not on the menu. We don't usually do special orders, but Bernard was adamant that we all make all of his wishes come true. Do I look like a genie? That's not even the worst of it, though. Every night he barges in the kitchen as if he was at home, asking for a meat for his precious little terriers. Who feeds dogs $4 roast beef? I can't even afford $4 roast beef for myself. Bobby.
So you do have a stash of candles. But where is it?
Kitchen's out of power again, and I can barely see a thing. Bernard wants us to continue working, but I'm not risking chopping off my fingers. Didn't you start hoarding candles since the last power outage? I remember you saying you never wanted to be caught in the dark basement again. Where's your stash? It's urgent, please. Nothing down there. Should we? We shouldn't snoop in Beth things, right? If she finds out, then it's over, I think.
I'm good.
So where would Rebecca keep her stash? Bernard asked me to remind you that we have a very important guest in 602. Yeah.
Oh, Andrew. I hope someone here shares your passion for reading. Linda, you're not even trying to hide the daggers in your eyes.
Message from Bernard. For Valentine's Day, please leave chocolates on the beds of rooms occupied by married couples only. To all employees, as you're probably aware, Valentine's Day is upon us and we are almost completely booked for the weekend. I know this is the time for colds, but I will not accept anyone missing a work shift in the next few days. I want the rooms cleaner than ever. I also wish to remind you of our continued partnership with Weston's department store. Take every opportunity you have to suggest a store for our guests' shopping needs. Thanks to this partnership, social prizes from Weston's will once again be awarded to our best employee at the end of the month. Bernard Leduc. Okay. If you were a candle, where would you be?
Oh, right. My keys are still in the break room.
Can't use the master key. Oh, right. Could to be here somewhere? I guess then people would just take them. Oh, the break room's open. We can get our own keys back. There.
Gotta hold on to these tight.
Then we should put Linda's keys back. Because we weren't supposed to take them, right? Okay.
Maybe Bobby took some candles from Rebecca already.
Kitchen. Have you heard there's a famous movie director staying in 602? Yes, I was there when he checked in. I don't know who he is, but he must be pretty important because Bernard was almost licking his boots. He even let the man bring his dogs in the hotel. Is he shooting a picture in Montreal? I've heard he is here on a scout, but I'm not sure what it means. Maybe he's making a picture on Boy Scouts? Do you think he'll shoot in the hotel? I hope he does. Imagine, we could meet famous actors like James Dean. Let's hope this director has supernatural powers because Dean is very much dead. Wait, James Dean is dead? Chocolate. To whoever keeps stealing my lunch, I want my Tupperwares back, Susan. I would hate that. I'd be so upset if I went through the trouble of making my own lunch and then someone just eating it every time. The person with the lowest score wins. Guests complain about a member of our staff going through their belongings in their absence. It has to stop now. Anyone with information regarding the situation should come to my office. Should no one come forward within a week, punitive measures will be taken against all of you. Ugh. Yeah, you should probably stop snooping so much. Oh, but what are we doing? Okay. Kitchen.
The way things go missing around here, sometimes it feels like the hotel just gobbles things up.
Yeah, I don't think we're stealing things. We're very snoopy, but...
Carol seems sweet. If I wasn't so bad around new people, maybe we could be friends.
My name's Carol. I just started as a new maid. First job. I'm really grateful to be given a chance to work in such a nice hotel. Can't wait to meet all of you. Welcome to the team. I hope you enjoyed here. Nice to meet you. That is sweet. Do not forget to tell guests to avoid blocking corridors with their luggage. So you're probably aware Valentine's Day is upon us. We're almost completely booked. Time for cold. Okay, same. Okay. Maintenance. Wasn't there?
It's locked.
Wasn't there a kitchen?
If Bobby has some of Rebecca's candles, maybe he kept them in his locker.
Bobby's locker? The Tupperwares! He's eating all the lunches!
No candles, but this looks like the laundry room. That must be the location of Rebecca's stash.
Okay. He's the lunch thief. Okay, so we come in through here. And then the stash should be here.
Stash uncovered. Reb, you won't mind if I just take one, right? Got a candle.
Take one.
Now, what next?
That's it.
Mr. VIP is really getting to Bobby.
I confess I'm about to commit murder. I don't care who he is, how rich he is, how famous he is. VIP guest is 602 is a goddamn psycho. He ordered room service this morning, but somehow the plates got mixed up and he received eggs instead of pancakes. It happens, right? Well, the man rushed to the kitchen in a frenzy and yelled at us for 10 minutes straight, saying eggs are disgusting and he hates them. I should have told him he's disgusting and I hate him. I thought of spitting in his next meal, but before leaving, he swore he'd never order anything from our kitchen ever again. Without the shadow of a doubt, this is the worst establishment I've ever visited, he said in his pompous accent. If he ever sends his clothes downstairs to be cleaned, and can you be a good friend and stitch all of his pockets? Any other form of sabotage would do too. I know you're creative, just be careful not to arouse too much suspicion. Bobby, I would feel bad for you if you didn't steal someone's lunch over and over and over.
I'm not sure I understand what the plan is here.
Well, when I was little, we had padlocks on many of the farm's sheds. My dad would always lose the keys, so one day he made a mold of them using wax and plaster. I was thinking of doing the same.
Are you sure it's gonna work?
Are they identical?
Not. But hey, I guess we won't know until we try.
Yeah, you're right.
So let's do this. Okay, to start, we need to pour the wax from the pot.
Oh.
Have you done this before? You're a real pro.
I poured something, wow.
Now, let's give it a few seconds, so the mold really takes form. Okay, I think you can remove it. Well, we're almost there. Just pour the cup of plaster into the mold.
I don't know how to... Oh, there. Now it feels like a hog, doesn't it?
Now we wait for it to dry.
How long do you think it's gonna take?
I don't know. I guess we'll keep poking it every now and then.
I bet you didn't think you'd be making a plaster key today, huh?
No, they're getting some
Indeed.
quality time.
But I like it. It's rare that this job allows me to use my creative side.
Your creative side?
Well, granted, this key won't end up in any museum, but I enjoy the occasional artistic endeavor.
Like drawing?
Oh, God, no. I once drew a dress that everyone mistook for a birthday hat. I never drew again after that. What about you? Haven't I seen you drawing in that journal of yours?
Yeah, I doodle a little.
Hey, you should show me one day. I'd love to see your art.
Okay, but promise not to laugh.
What? I'd never, ever do that. I know I make fun of pretty much everything, but not people's art. That's their soul. I'm sure it's beautiful.
Oh, she's saying my soul's beautiful.
What do you like to draw anyway?
It's kind of silly, but I've started working on this little comic in which I imagine my life as a celebrity.
A celebrity?
Yeah. I've always found the lives of famous people so fascinating, you know? And I kind of envy them sometimes. All the drama, the excitement.
Yeah, because we're really lacking in drama and excitement today.
Well, today's the exception.
I'm sure there's something else in your life that excites you.
Well, I do like sailing.
Excuse me? You sail? On a boat?
I used to, with my grandpa. But when he died, we had to sell the boat to pay off his debts.
Oh, that's too bad. I would have loved to go with you.
Maybe we can still find a way.
Maybe it'd be possible to borrow a boat for a day. I think one of Grandpa's friends still has his.
Really? That would be great. I just love trying new things.
I'll see what I can do.
Hey, look. I think it's dry.
I can't believe it worked. I could not have done this without you.
Yeah, probably not. Well, I should get back upstairs before Bernard notices my absence.
We all need a Beth in our lives.
Let me know how it goes with the key. Oh, and be careful while turning it, okay? You wouldn't want it to break inside the lock.
Yeah, I'll be careful.
That's true.
Thank you for everything.
No problem.
Is it strong at all? Maybe we should reinforce it somehow. Okay.
I've got 2 keys. Now, let's test them out.
Double the keys, double the fun. I kind of wish... I don't mind this layout, but it's very... Like, all the entries are identical and they're so big, there's only one on the screen at a time. So I have no idea which notes I have. Like, I have zero idea of how it's all connected and in progress. I wish it was the same notes, but kind of like Alan Wake's caseboard. So you could like zoom in and move around and see how they're connected, because I have no idea really. Let's try it. Oh God. And hope to God it doesn't break.
Be careful, Sophie. You don't want this key to break.
Careful. Careful. Please let it be a box full of gay romance.
Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles.
In Atlanta, I noticed yours was pretty worn down, so I decided to buy you a new one. I hope you like it. And since you enjoyed them so much, here's a little puzzle to figure out the combination. 2 5-letter words are the key, both related to her history. I hope you get better. Try to rest today. I'll bring you hot soup after class. Oh no, they went to the same college together, right? So did she treasure like little notes from each other?
Marcella invited you to the movies. Let me guess. You said yes.
And she kept the tickets. Oh. Postman Always Rings Twice is playing at the theater tonight. It's based on a novel I read a while back. I'm sure you would love it, seeing as you like crime stories and murders. Nothing creepy about that. Will you come with me? Can barely listen to Sister Miller's lecture today. So they wrote in that code to each other. All I do is look at your lips and imagine kissing you. Oh! Can't wait for tonight. Dear Anne, I have just heard Dora's Day on the radio and it made me think of you. I know how much you love Sentimental Journey, counting every mile of railroad track that takes me back. Last time I was in Texas, it felt like coming home. Now, strangely, I feel away from home. I wish you were here with me. I always feel at home in your arms. I can hardly believe it has been 5 weeks since we last saw each other. Sometimes I wonder if I might be going crazy. You're always in my head. Everything reminds me of you, not only songs on the radio, but silly things like the flowers in our garden, the smell of your shampoo, or when people say the word darling, I can hear you say it with your lovely French accent. Darling. My family seems to have noticed my odd behavior, but of course I cannot tell them about you, even though I wish I could. I feel like climbing on the roof of the tallest building in Austin and shouting my feelings for you at the top of my lungs. God, I sound like a giddy teenager in love for the very first time. Maybe I am. Sometimes I'm scared that all this time with you was nothing but a dream too good to be true. I'm afraid that when I return to Montreal, I will realize you never existed, or if you do exist, you don't remember me. I wish I had a picture of the two of us so I would know for sure it was real. I long for your embrace and the taste of your sweet lips. M. It said enter select mode. Oh.
Doris Day. That's an alliteration, isn't it? Doris. I-S.
If you say so. I'm sorry it took me so long to answer your last letter. Has it been 6 months already since I left Montreal? As you always say, le temps passe si vite. Time passes quickly. My parents are glad I'm done with my studies. They always thought it was a strange idea for me to go to university. Now they want me to find a husband and have children like any other woman. I think I will. No! These past few months, I had a lot of time to reflect on our relationship. No! You know my feelings for you, and I hope you never forget how much I love you, but we cannot hide our heads in the sand any longer. We were lucky our story lasted as long as it did, and foolish to think it would last forever. Our love is forbidden, and hiding it from my family is proving more and more difficult every day. You will always have a special place in my heart, but I believe it's time for us to go our separate ways. No, you made me feel like a teenager. You made everything but the present disappear. Now I need to be an adult and think about the future. That's why you have a kid. Ugh. Sad. Sad days. Okay. So... I decided to buy you a new one. I hope you like it. I need a little puzzle to figure out the combination. Both relate to our history. From the first one, take the first two. From the last one, take the last two. Her name will surely take you back. So Doris? But what's the favorite bar that's black? Music, the bar at the beginning of sheet music. Oh my God, yeah.
That's an
That's a bar, right?
Doris.
So it's music. So M-U. From the last one, take the last two. So I-S. M-U-I-S. Okay, let's put everything back. Maybe that's for the other suitcase that we found. There was another case. I think the stalker had a case that needed 4 letters. Oh no, not the stalker. It was one of the rooms that had 509? The one that had a sight room. She's so lucky all these people are out today. This one. Put the key back. Oh yeah, her key. Press on the latch to open the case. That's this, right? It was the first word was music. The second word was Doris. And it said take the first letters, the first two of the first word and the last two of the second word. Try G-R-I-S. It is. Wait, what is G-R-I-S then? I-S for the Greta and Doris. Favorite bar? The cat?
That novelist, Bridget Boswell, is actually you, Marcella?
Dear Marcella, or should I say Brigitte? You know, I prefer a good old crime story, but last week I came upon a romance novel with an intriguing title, and they were roommates. I bought it on impulse at a train station and read it from cover to cover during the journey. Can you imagine my surprise when I recognized our story? You may have changed the names and locations, but all of your moments are there. All of our moments. Our endless discussions in the dorm room, our first date at the theater, our trip to Quebec City. You often said writers are thieves, but I never fully understood until now. It has almost been 10 years since I received your last letter. The letter that painted our relationship as nothing more than a summer fling. At first I couldn't believe you had written those words. Then I waited in vain for your answer and had to accept your love for me had never been real. For many years I was broken-hearted, angry, confused. Wait. Is there a back to it? Okay. I questioned the nature of our feelings, of our attraction, and made many wrong decisions. But this book, your book, am I foolish to think it's proof that you really loved me? In any case, I hope you're well, and I'm happy to see you accomplish your dream of becoming a writer. Très sincèrement, A. Dear Marcella.
Anne, murder might be a bit much, but you deserve some kind of justice.
Okay. I didn't expect you to reply to my letter, but I'm happy to see I was wrong. Your words are comforted me in a time of great distress. If only Louis was half the man you say Hector is. He has quite a temper and hits me frequently. I'm willing to put up with it as long as he doesn't hurt Michael, but there are some days when it becomes almost unbearable. The other day I dreamt of our first date. We were watching The Postman Only Rings Twice again, but suddenly we were in the movie. You were Lana Turner and I was John Garfield, and we were both plotting to kill my husband. I hate to admit it, but I almost hope it was premonitory. To answer your question, I do still have our box. My brother's currently in Atlanta for work, and I was thinking of going to see him with Michael next month. If you are able to meet me there, we could open the box. So it's like a time capsule. It's all of their favorite things from when they were together in that box. And yeah. And she keeps one key on her. Together and laugh at silly things we thought important all those years ago. I hope to hear from you soon. P.S. Do you remember the secret language we invented so Sister Miller couldn't understand the notes we passed during class? I still do.
I do like a happy ending. I just hope that's where your story is headed.
Thank you for sending me a signed version of your latest novel. I think it's your greatest work yet. I do have a few comments to make the next one even better. First, I believe Rose should be more concerned with what she deserves than what her husband deserves. He may not deserve the pain she will cause by leaving him, but they both deserve to be happy, and they won't be as long as they remain together, as long as she doesn't listen to her own needs. Also, I think it would be great if your next novel ended on a more positive note. Imagine if Rose left her husband and rode into the sunset with Eve. Imagine if they went to New York or Los Angeles, someplace where people like us are tolerated. Imagine if they got to have their happy ending. It would be the best story ever. I hope you'll consider it. P.S. I know you say invisibility protects us, but don't you just wish to be seen sometimes? Wouldn't you like people to know you're Brigitte Boswell to recognize you on the street, to recognize you for your work. Why not publish your next novel under your own name?
Oh, so you came to Montreal under the pretense of celebrating your wedding anniversary. But all along, you meant to reunite with Anne.
Dear Marcella, I left the house. I left Louis. I can't take it anymore. I couldn't lie anymore. How do you do it? How do you manage to live a double life, to hide your work and your novels from your husband? I had so much less to hide, so they both married a guy. And yet, Michael and I are staying at the Clarington Hotel until we find a place to stay and the divorce is done. I don't know how long it will take. Could you come and see me in Montreal? I really need you by my side right now. P.S. I wouldn't put it past Louis to scour every hotel guestbook in the region looking for me under his surname, so I've registered under Beaumont. Ah.
After all this, turns out you're a fan of Bridget? Of Marcella? That's a lot sweeter than I expected.
Dear Marcella, although you don't know me, I think I can safely say I'm your biggest fan. Your novels have literally changed my life. After the war, I spent almost 10 years in a psychiatric hospital because of panic attacks. None of the treatments... I keep feeling worse and worse for them. None of the treatments were working, and I wasn't getting any better. I became friends with one of the nurses who started lending me books so I could pass the time. I didn't really like the first ones, but then I picked up Brigitte Boswell's first novel, your novel. I had never read such a beautiful love story. It almost brought tears to my eyes. I immediately urged the nurse to get me more of your books. Believe it or not, the more I read them, the less panic attacks I had. The doctors thought it was their new medication finally working, but I knew the truth. Your novels gave me the courage to get in contact with Lindsay, a friend from the war. I'd always felt for him the same way your character feels for each other, but I never dared telling him. Now I have, thanks to you. The thought of seeing him again is what motivated me to get better and leave the hospital. I hope to hear back from him soon. Wait, so this is someone... Oh, Paul. This is someone else. After my discharge, I wanted to thank you for everything you've done for me. I discovered Brigitte was a pseudonym, so tracking you down took longer than I thought. Fortunately, I'm a very patient and resourceful man. I never give up. Wait, Paul Morgan? The stalker. Do you think we could meet? I have so much to tell you.
I'm glad you were able to open up to Marcella like this. Everyone needs someone to talk to.
Thank you for answering my letter. I realize now how unsettling it must have been for you. Please forgive me for tricking your editor into giving me your address. I shouldn't have done that. I wanted to thank you as well for your encouraging words concerning Lindsay. I still haven't heard from him, and I'm starting to fear I might have the wrong address. I wish you could take a train to Virginia, but that's not an option right now as I can barely pay the rent. I guess I'll have to find a job. As a kid, I've dreamt of being an actor, a Hollywood star. I know it's a foolish dream, but what else can I do? What am I good at? I tried getting some odd jobs already, but employers turn me down as soon as they learn what I've spent the last 10 years of my life. If it continues like this, I'll probably end up on the street like so many of my army buddies. Why am I even telling you all this? After reading your books and getting to know you through them, I tend to forget I'm only a stranger to you. I hope you don't mind. You seem to be a good listener, and I've been feeling rather lonely ever since I left the hospital. Anyway, please tell me more about your life, and do not hesitate to write long letters. I must have read your previous one 1,000 times already. So creepy.
An advance on my salary. So Marcella hired you. But what for?
Oh, wait, it's not creepy. So Marcella hired Paul to stalk on her lover's husband to maybe find some incriminating evidence? I've just received a letter from Lindsay's mother. She tells me he's dead. Words cannot even begin. Oh, and that's why the mom is like, stop writing. Words cannot even begin to describe how empty I feel. He died 2 years ago before I even sent my first letter. No! He will never know my feelings for him, and I will never know if he could have loved me back. I guess I should have known this would end in pain, just like your novels. I wish I had Lindsay's ability to find beauty everywhere. Even during the war, amidst the death and chaos, he would marvel at the forests of Germany, at the sun, the birds. He loved birds so much. He could identify them just by listening to their song. I have to admit your proposition took me by surprise. I was hesitant to leave home at first. I was afraid to miss Lindsay's answer. But now there's nothing keeping me here. I'm desperate for anything that will help me forget the pain, but I don't have enough money to make it to Texas. Do you think you could give me an advance on my salary? In spite of everything, I'm really excited to know I'll finally meet you. Okay, so maybe Paul is not a bad guy at all. I think that's it.
So, let me get this straight. Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz are some kind of star-crossed lovers?
Seems like it, yeah. But I'm not sure whether they chose to meet here just to reconnect for a few days, or if there's something more to it.
Well, I may be able to help with that.
Really? How?
Oh, some mail arrived earlier for Mrs. Beaumont.
Uh-huh.
I wonder
We shouldn't, but...
We could open it.
I mean, that's kinda illegal.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think it is.
Well, too late. I've always in one day.
So?
It's 3 train tickets.
3?
And,
For Michael?
Oh, there's a tourism pamphlet for California.
LA? Pretty smart
Well, it makes
choice.
sense. It's much more progressive there than it is here.
Yep.
So, Anna and Marcella want to go there to live their love freely.
Anne and Marcella, huh? You 3 are best pals now?
Well, after reading so much of their correspondence, I kind of feel like I know them, you know?
Yeah. But what about Mr. Morgan, though? I mean, Paul. How does he fit into all of this?
I think Marcella hired
I
him.
think Marcella hired him.
That's what I
found
said.
some letters Paul wrote to her. He said that her proposition took him by surprise and that he'd need an advance on his salary.
What did she hire him for? To investigate her own affair?
I'm not sure. I didn't find the letter he was replying to.
And why did he have those pictures of you anyway?
I guess we'll never know for sure, but I don't think it was ever about me.
It's always been about Anne and Marcella.
Exactly.
Well, it feels a tad anticlimactic, but who needs drama, right?
At least it made our day pretty interesting.
It sure did. You know, after today, I think I get why you're so interested in the lives our guests lead.
Yeah?
I try to forget they exist as soon as I'm done interacting with them. But once in a while, it's nice to remember that, well, even the most put-together person could be an absolute mess on the other side
We
of
did
the
totally get sucked into this story. And who are you behind closed doors?
What about you? Who is Beth Lambert when no one's looking?
I like to think that with me, what you see is what you get. But maybe an extra snoopy super sleuth could uncover a few more layers. Maybe ones I didn't even know I had.
Challenge accepted.
Come see me when your shift ends, all right? We could leave together.
Sure. If we're able to. With all that snow, I'm thinking maybe we'll have no choice but to spend the night here.
Sleepover. We could set up a pillow fort on the mezzanine.
A pillow fort? We do work in a hotel, you know. There are actual beds here.
I know, but isn't my way
Sophie.
so much more fun?
Well, we could take a page out of Michael's book and decorate it, and then spend the night throwing stuff at Bernard whenever he comes through the lobby.
Oh, now you're talking.
That is cute.
I just have to finish my tasks for the day, and then I can leave.
Okay.
That ringing. Sounds like the elevator doors are jammed.
Well, it's gotten very... Oh, that's blood. I can't look the other way anymore. I wanted to check my cart for like my to-do list, but... Oh, lordy. Time to call 911? Someone in the elevator? It looks like handprints. Someone crawled away. Oh, who's stuck in the elevator doors? Uh-oh. Are you checking his pulse?
Mr. Cruz?
Wait, so Mr. Cruz is the asshole, right? The abusive husband?
Mr. Cruz.
Well, she has to check a pulse.
Oh god. Oh god. What happened?
Wait, you're gonna... Okay, I wouldn't touch anything else, though, but...
Mr. Cruz's life insurance policy. Why did he have this on him?
Beneficiary Marcella for $10,000.
Marcella? Okay, let's not jump to conclusions. Is this about Paul? Does that mean...
Thank you for reporting that guest's unacceptable behavior. We will look into it as soon as possible. However, I regret to inform you that we cannot divulge a guest's personal information regardless of the guest's behavior. I'm sure that you will understand. We're very concerned with our guest's privacy and our staff prides itself on its discretion. Please contact us should that guest bother you again. Huh. Anything else? I love the music that's playing as I'm looking at this dead body. We should check where he crawled from. Should we fix the power?
I have to get the power back on.
Okay. Shouldn't we just call 911 though? What if the murderer is still... Oh, do you think... Oh. Do you think someone, like, Marcella maybe killed him and then we're the maids, so we're gonna clean up their murder? So they can get out.
It's too big. I guess I'll need something pointier. It's too big. I guess I'll need something pointier.
Like that? Or that? Like, how pointy do you want it?
I don't think there's anything here that would help me.
Okay, well, thanks for telling me at least. Oh! Pointy, pointy, pointy. Oh, that's something pointy. That'll do it. Ice pick. Ugh. Oh no, is Paul in the... Is he in the freezer?
Poor Paul. Lindsay's death really hit him hard. He hasn't been in the best headspace.
Montreal's much bigger than I expected. Big cities always make me feel lonely, and that feeling was only exacerbated this morning by the fact that everyone around me was speaking a language I couldn't understand. I bought a English-French dictionary at the train station, but I don't think I'll need it after all. English speakers seem more common in the downtown area, thank God. The hotel is nice. When I arrived, the whole staff was busy getting ready for some big event. It wasn't until I saw Marcella enter the lobby with a flower bouquet that I realized today's Valentine's Day. Hector and her were gone in a flash, and I was left feeling more alone than ever, wishing Lindsay was here with me. Helping Marcella out these past few weeks has been a great distraction, but it hurts so much every time I think about him. I hoped the pain would be gone by now. Probably need a double dose of Miltone to sleep tonight.
So Paul just needed to pass the time while Marcella was away. That's why he was observing us.
Today I wanted to follow Marcella and Hector out of the hotel, but the sidewalks were so packed with people I started having a panic attack. I tried taking a cab, and that's when I realized I was all out of money. It's been a while since Marcella's last payment, and the hotel room was more expensive than I anticipated. I couldn't resort to selling the camera, so I decided to pawn my victory medal instead. Oh, that's why you went to the pawn shop. It was hard letting it go after so many years, and yet it also felt strangely liberating. Maybe it's a sign I shouldn't be holding on to the past so much. To fight boredom until Marcella and Hector return, I started looking at the hotel staff. I heard Andrew and Beth at the reception desk discussing books and movies. Oh, they both seem like nice people. I wish I'd found the courage to join their conversation. When you look at people all day and they never look back, you start feeling invisible. I noticed that Sophie, the maid in charge of cleaning the 5th floor, seems to share my interest for other people's lives. Maybe I should try talking to her.
Paul was hiding out right here. Did he ever find the person who was sneaking out at night?
Who is sneaking out of their room every night? The question has been driving me crazy since my first night at the hotel, so tonight I decided to investigate. I found a hiding spot near the ice machine with a nice view of the whole corridor. My camera at the ready, but there's been no movement for at least 3 hours and I'm fighting not to fall asleep. No need for Miltone tonight. I thought being a detective would be more exciting. Maybe Marcella's right. Maybe it's time I let go of Mr. Spade. Wouldn't it be Marcella and, like, the two ladies meeting up secretly at night? Because she's like, Michael's asleep, you can come over. Wouldn't that be the person who's sneaking out every night?
9:45? So,
Anne and
Marcella met here this morning while I was busy cleaning room 504.
I awoke around 9:30 a.m. and realized I'd fallen asleep sometime in the early morning. I was about to go back to my room when the guest from 507 came to sit on one of the chairs close by. She's been there ever since, and I don't dare leave my hiding spot in front of her. Marcella joined the guest from 507 around 9:45. Apparently she told Hector she didn't love him anymore, and he's now convinced she's been cheating on him. That explains why he assaulted me out of the blue yesterday evening and accused me of having an affair with his wife. The guest from 507, and he couldn't be more wrong. The guest from 507, I learned her name is Anne, has just said she might have an idea on how to solve their problem. I'm thinking of revealing myself, but I don't want to anger Marcella. The longer I wait, the more awkward it will be when I do come out. Maybe I should.
Oh, so Paul's work with Marcella was to follow her around like a private investigator, to help her with research for her novel.
That was it? I'm sorry to hear you're in such dire situation. You seem to possess a lot of useful skills, and it's a shame employers cannot see past your medical history. But don't despair. I've been writing novels for almost 8 years now. My publisher takes most of the sales revenue, but I was still able to collect a substantial sum of money over the years. Now I would like to use that money to hire you. I'm getting tired of romance novels, and I'm thinking of branching out into crime fiction. As a sort of research, I would like you to follow me around town and take notes of my comings and goings. I'm aware that this is a very unusual job, but considering you were able to track me down, I believe you would make a good private detective. That's true, actually. In addition to your salary, I would cover all work-related expenses, and you would, of course, be the first to read the manuscript once it's finished.
Paul really got into his role.
I hope spying on me isn't proving too exhausting. You've really inspired me so far, and I already have tons of ideas. The trench coats you bought were a nice touch. You look straight out of a film noir. I also noticed you started smoking. It's probably another way for you to get into character, but maybe that's pushing it a little too far. You know best, of course, but don't pick up drinking next. Wait, maybe she's thought... What if she's thought that was Paul, but it was actually someone stalking her? At this rate, I should be able to start writing in 2 or 3 weeks. Thanks again for your help.
He followed Marcella to Montreal even though she was done with her research.
Paul, why did you follow me? As I already told you, I do not require your services anymore. I'm starting to worry you are taking your role a bit too seriously. You're not a real detective. You have to let go. Oh, that makes sense. Because I was like, why would he pawn his, like, valuables if she's paying him for all expenses anyway? But it looks like he came here unpaid, and that's why he had to pawn stuff. That's a big camera. Well, oh yeah, actually, people are saying, like, don't touch anything, but when did they start doing fingerprints? It is the 50s. Really? You're not going to open the freezer?
Okay. This looks like something I can use to open the fuse box.
There's totally a dead body in the freezer. Paul's dead body, more likely. Oh, or a lady. Uh-oh. Cigarettes. Oh. Selection mode.
A, B, and Beaumont.
1902 in America, they start doing fingerprints. Okay, so then definitely. Whenever I watch like a true crime show on Netflix that like there's murders that take place in the 70s and the cops are just like DNA wasn't a thing in the 70s, I think that was 80s. And it's so weird to me to just see like, well, we couldn't find a fingerprint. We had a shoe print, but we couldn't do anything else. And it's like, oh, really? Oh, ice pick.
It's too big. That worked, thank God. Now, Eugene, what I would give to have you with me right now. Your note will have to make do.
If there's a power outage, I'm busy preventing another part of this hotel from collapsing. Here's what to do. Check the fuse box plan for required amperage of each socket. Remove blown fuses. They're black. Screw in new fuses. Make sure the right amperage. Flick big lever. So that one's black. So those are bad, right? 15, 25, 30, okay.
How did this end up here?
Safe combinations.
Not much use without the rest of the code.
Okay, there's one here.
Yes, this is what I need.
That's 3. Let's see. A, S, and G. I don't know what type. Oh, I see. Yeah, this is good. So A is 15. So this is 15 and it's an A type, so that means A type goes there. Then this needs to be a 30, which means we need type G. And then this is a 20, which needs S. And then lever. Hey.
Power's back. Now I should go down to the lobby. Call the police.
Yeah, do we not want to... Okay, wait. Let me check one more time. Is there any... Oh, what should we do? Should we get rid of incriminating evidence? Right now it looks kind of like it's Cruz versus Morgan. But yeah, we can...
Anything I've forgotten? Once I leave this floor, I probably won't be able to come back.
Like, this... Life insurance is looking very incriminating. Put back the ice pick. I could. My footprints are all over this blood. Can I put it back? I honestly don't know. I don't know if Paul was such a good guy now either, because he was here even though... Okay, we made a save. So let's just see what happens.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You could call... Isn't there a staircase you could take? Or call down to Beth? Well, let's just see what happens. We made a save, so...
Montreal Police Service, Station 22.
There's a man dead. He's been murdered. I need the police.
Please stay calm, ma'am. Where are you right now?
The lobby, but the body, it's upstairs.
Can you give me the address, please?
Oh, 1178 Drummond Street.
All right, ma'am. Officers are on their way.
Thank you. Now, I just have to wait for the police.
Where's Beth? There she is.
Oh, hey you. Great timing, right? I'm thinking if we're lucky, Bernard will let us go home. No point in working in the dark. Sophie? Bean, you're not scared of the dark, are you? Hey, is everything okay?
I found Mr. Cruz. Hector.
Oh, you did? What was the bloke up to?
You don't understand. I found his body. He's dead, Beth.
Oh, merde. Merde. Sit down, okay? You look like you're about to faint. Have you called the police?
Yeah, they're on their way.
What happened? Was there an accident?
No, I don't think so. Someone did this to him.
You mean... Merde. Do you think it could have been Anne and Marcella?
I don't feel like they would go that far, though, although there was a broken pearl necklace on the floor. And we don't know where Paul is. There's the life insurance to think of. I think Paul got killed too, though. I think Paul might be in the freezer. Because why would he leave his camera and everything there otherwise?
What about Paul? He and Hector were caught fighting.
The cops will want to talk to you. Know what you've seen. You need to be careful about what you tell them. If word of Anne and Marcella's affair gets out, they may put a label on them that will really hurt them. It might not even matter in the end if they did it or not.
I think I know what you mean. It's easier to put the blame on people who are different from you, even if you're wrong.
I'm glad you can see that. It makes the world a little safer to have people like you in it. You know, I was barely 20 when I was shoved into a police car for just hanging out with people who made me feel like I wasn't so messed up after all.
What? Where did that happen?
At a bar called the White Cat. It's supposed to be a safe space, but it gets raided by cops every now and then. I know Anne was caught at least once too.
Wait, you know her?
No, I've never talked to her, but I've seen her a few times. Marcella and her, they're just like
the favorite bar, yeah, I was thinking it.
Thank you. Thank you for
the White Cat, but
trusting
black.
me with
The
this.
Black Cat.
Maybe now
the
you
name
can
of the cat.
understand why I care so much about you. I don't know if I'm feeling inspired by Anne and Marcella, or if it's the shock of being so close to an actual murder, but, I'd really like for us to be more than just friends, Sophie.
Yeah. I'd like that too.
No hesitation.
That's great. The police is here. Just be mindful of what
The
you
police
tell
is
them,
here.
okay?
Time to hide the gaze.
Yeah, of course.
Well, so that's how we're ending up with the cop at the start. But yeah, we're gonna have to be very careful
Roy?
with what we say.
Miss Roy. Miss Roy.
Oh, sorry. I was distracted.
I really need you to focus right now. I don't want to be here all night, and I'm sure you don't either.
No. No, I don't.
So, as I was saying, we're trying to ascertain the circumstances of Mr. Cruz's death. Can you tell me how you came to find the body?
I was cleaning room 509 when I heard the elevator bell ring. Again and again and again. I thought maybe a child was playing with the doors, so I went out in the corridor, and that's when I saw him. All the blood and...
Why was the elevator bell ringing?
I'm sorry?
You said you heard the elevator bell ring. Why was it ringing? I assume it wasn't a child after all.
Well, Mr. Cruz's body was preventing the doors from closing.
He tried to crawl
Really?
to him.
When we found the body, it wasn't that close to the doors.
Oh, the stairs are blocked because of the renovations, so the elevator's the only way out of the 5th floor. I had no choice but to move the body. Just a little.
Ah, so that explains the traces we found. Thank you for clearing that up.
Oh,
so...
I'm so scared.
What did you do after that?
Well, that's when the power cut. So I had to go to the janitor's closet.
Oh, because the elevator wouldn't have
access
worked.
the fuse box.
Exactly. I changed a few fuses and turned the power back on.
But there's a lock on that box, isn't there? Did you have the key?
We should be honest about that, right? Because we weren't able to put it back, so... Like, as long as it's not about anything gay, I think we should tell the truth.
No, I didn't. Only Eugene does. But I thought an ice pick might do the trick, so I went to the ice machine to get one.
You're a size 7, I suppose.
Yes, I am. Why?
What did you see when you went to the ice machine?
There was blood. A lot of it.
Did you touch anything?
Oh, God. We touched everything. Literally everything. Be honest. Fingerprints, yeah.
I might have touched a few things. Just to figure out what had happened to Mr. Cruz.
Of course you did. Why so many witnesses can't help but compromise the evidence is just beyond me. Anyway, what did you do after restoring the power?
I took the elevator down to the lobby. That's where I called the police.
Do you remember what you said to the operator? The exact words.
No, I'm afraid I don't.
You said, there's a man dead. He's been murdered.
That's possible.
What makes you so sure it was murder?
It was a lot of blood. I mean, that could be an assumption, but it's all about how she's going to deliver it, right? How she's going to say the line. Also, it's probably because it's black and white, but his character model, the way he moves around really makes me think we're playing Fatal Frame. Assumption? Do you guys want to lie?
I just assumed. What with all the blood?
I'm
Blood?
afraid I don't believe that, Miss Roy. It's more than an assumption, isn't it?
I'm not sure I understand what you...
I know you like going through your guests' personal belongings.
Because I didn't get rid of the
But
pictures.
we found pictures of you snooping around.
Oh.
Now, unless you want me to arrest you for violating your guests' privacy, I suggest you tell me everything you know.
All right.
Let's start with the victim's wife, Marcela Cruz. Apparently, she left in quite a hurry this morning.
Oh, so she was
What
gone?
can you tell me about her?
Wait, what if she killed him, dumped him in the freezer, but he wasn't dead, and then he crawled out of it, like hours later? Oh, no.
I don't really know anything. She just looks like a loving, caring wife.
Really? That's odd, because we learned a lot about Mrs. Cruz when we went through her room. And let's just say that loving, caring wife are not the first words that would come to mind.
Oh?
She's a lesbian, involved in some sordid affair with the guest from room 507, Mrs. Beaumont. Have you ever witnessed them engaging in immoral behavior?
What do you mean?
I'm asking if you've seen them being, you know, intimate.
No, I haven't. No.
And did you hear them discuss their deviant ways in front of Mrs. Beaumont's son, perhaps? Imagine
Wait, so...
what kind of effect such perversion can have on a young child.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Did you hear them express their hatred of men? Did they ever talk about using violence against men? Did you hear them speak ill of Mr. Cruz?
Take a stand, deny. Does that mean we have to, like, get rid of all their letters, too? All their letters to each other? That would be so sad that we have to get rid of all their evidence, all of their memories. Let's write this out, and then we can always reload and delete, get rid of all the evidence, and then see how it goes differently. Take a stand is like admit and say that he's wrong for accusing them, or deny as in try and defend them that they didn't discuss anything bad?
No, I didn't hear any of that. I'm sorry I can't be of more help.
No, I'm sure you are. But we're not quite done yet, Miss Roy. We've learned from one of your colleagues that the victim had a fight with a guest named Mr. Spade. What can you tell me about him?
He spent some time in a psychiatric hospital after the war. That's when he got into Mrs. Cruz's novels, and they really helped him.
Yes, I already know about his time in a madhouse. We called the place and they painted quite the picture of him. Did you ever see him display odd behavior in or around the hotel?
No. I mean, we've all got our little quirks, don't we?
Did he seem obsessed with Mrs. Cruz?
A little, maybe, but...
Obsessed enough to kill her husband?
No, nothing like that. We all have our obsessions. Me, for instance. I'm obsessed with celebrities and gossip magazines, and...
You don't seem to understand, Miss Roy. Mr. Spade is not like you and me. He may look like us, but he's not. He's dangerous and needs to be taken off the streets. So tell me, did you ever see him be violent or aggressive?
It is weird, though, that he went as far as following her and then pawning his stuff so he could afford it. But we didn't actually see him do anything.
No, I didn't.
I'm sorry, Miss Roy, but I just don't believe you. I think you know more than you've let on.
Can I please leave?
You can. But you'd better stay in town. I'm sure I'll have more questions for you very soon.
So what happens now? Oh, it's pink.
Bernard was strangely chipper on the phone.
Oh, we're
atmosphere is
fired.
So different in here. Will it ever feel like it used to? It'll probably be a while before the hotel reopens.
We are so fired.
Ugh, go to hell.
Beth!
Hey.
Are you okay?
I'm out of a job. But other than that, yeah, everything's just peachy.
What? No,
I hope you're luckier than I am. Come join me when he's done with you, all right? I'll be questioning my life choices on the mezzanine.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Ah, Miss Roy. Come in.
This guy.
I suppose you know why you're here?
I would guess it has something to do with the murder.
Well, you'd be right about that. We've been getting a lot of press lately, and not the good kind. I wouldn't expect you to understand the position I'm in, but I assure you...
Well, he must have heard
quite
about the snooping, too.
To have one's life's work blown away like that. All thanks to some sexual deviance and a nut job. It's obvious to me now that I haven't been firm enough. For guests of such morals to be comfortable booking a few nights here and committing such a horrid act? Things need to change. This means elevating our standards to the highest possible level, and it starts with the people working here. It starts with you.
With me?
Yes. From what I've heard, you've been quite the exemplary maid lately. Clean rooms, satisfied guests.
I take my job very seriously, sir.
As you should. I had planned to give this month's Employee of the Month title
Wait,
to Wendy.
he doesn't know about the snooping?
Since she's no longer with us, I'm thinking of giving it to you instead.
Really?
Wait, what?
You should know it comes with the responsibility of being a glowing example for other staff members to follow. Is this something you believe you can do?
Honestly, I think I kind of want to lose my job, but... Don't trust him. Both bad options, yeah.
An example? Me? No, I don't think I can.
Oh, well, that's a shame. I've heard this month's reward from Weston's will be quite nice. Well, I'm sure one of your colleagues will be more than happy to have it. That'll be all.
Surprised I didn't lose my job.
Hey.
Hey.
What a week.
Yeah. So, what did Bernard want with you?
He offered me the Employee of the Month title.
Good for you, Bean! A shame I won't get to be there when you receive your reward.
Actually, I told him I didn't want it.
You did not.
I did. The reward would have been nice, but it's not worth selling my soul to the devil.
You're quite right about that.
Yeah, why did Beth get
Bernard
fired?
say why he was firing you?
Oh, yeah, okay.
He was going on and on about keeping deviants out of the hotel, so I may have lost my cool a little.
A little?
I told him I was one of those deviants he was afraid of. He froze for a moment, then showed me the door.
Damn.
So, what's next for you?
I think I'm done working under Bernard's or Linda's. Maybe it's time I become my own Bernard. Minus the fascism, of course. I could see myself owning my own establishment, one that caters to the right kind of crowd. Believe it or not, I do enjoy the company of people, just not, you know, the stuck-up, entitled clientele of this prestigious hotel. But maybe if I were behind the counter of, say, a bar, instead of a reception desk. I don't know. Is that silly?
No, it's not. In fact, you'd be perfect for it. You're the most charming person I know.
Thank you. I'm really glad you're in my life.
Me too.
You guys gonna kiss? Can I kiss you?
Can I?
Kiss me?
Yes.
I thought you'd never ask.
Oh! What if Bernard sees it though?
That was...
I know.
Cute. Playing a dangerous game.
I've been thinking about Anna and Marcella a lot.
Should I be jealous?
No, not in that way. I've been thinking about what they went through. How they had to lie and pretend. Day after day. How they had to live someone else's life for 10 years before they could finally be with each other. I don't think I could do that.
Well, I have good news for you, Bean. Times are changing. It's already started elsewhere, and it will get here eventually. One day, all the Annes and Marcellas of the world will live happily together, and no one will give a damn.
I really hope that's true.
It will be.
Oh, that's a really nice part of the ending, at least. But wait, then who? We don't even know really who killed the guy. Wait, do we? Who killed Mr. Cruz? Three conspirators charged in the hotel murder case. No, they all got charged. No. Okay, we need to destroy all the evidence. Lindsay. Michael. Oh no, Michael went back to Mr. Cruz. No wait, Mr. Cruz is dead. Wait, who does he go to then? His dad was Mr. Cruz, wasn't he? The abusive dad. I thought the abusive dad was Mr. Cruz. I must be mixing them up. Well, that's nice at least. Oh, and she got her bar! Is that it? Okay. We can do better than that. Load. Okay, so... this one? Okay, let's destroy. Let's start with all of my evidence. Paul and his stupid hobby. Should we throw out all of this stuff? Should we just throw out everything? I mean, except the bulb, but I can't change that. Okay, and then we get all the film here. Wait, should I? Should I throw this out? I could throw out the gun too. I don't know about that one. Everything in the trash and don't step on the blood. I don't think the blood... Avoid stepping in it. But you have to literally get through it to grab the ice pick. You can't pass through that part of the hallway. Check the saves. The big puddle at the end. In the elevator or... here? Oh, both of my earbuds. The battery is going out. Oh, I need to feed BB in like 10 minutes. Can you remind me? Oh, so this one? But then I couldn't have inspected those. Well, at least we'll see. We'll try. At least now we're not incriminated. Now we gotta get rid of the gayness. Unfortunately, I wish I could just keep it in safekeeping instead of having to destroy it all. Have we been in there? No. I wonder if we can get in there. No. These letters. We need to get rid of these, right? Should we get rid of the... I don't know if we need to get rid of Paul's evidence, too. Because I still think something is weird about him that he would follow her like that. And maybe he was just so... he wanted them to be happy so badly that he would kill the guy. Okay, that's the abusive letter, right? Yeah. Then that's the sad letter from the kid. So should we get rid of all of this? Because that's sad, but I guess we should, huh? I don't want to get rid of all of their nice stuff. I'm so sorry. I'm destroying all your memories. Okay, that's everything. I don't think that's anything bad. I think this one has to go. That's fine. Should I get rid of this picture of them? That they went to school together? The postcard? Oh, yeah. Okay, that's everything, I think. Nope, this as well. Oh, the glasses that they were having lipstick. Oh, this is for us. These need to go. Oh, and maybe this guy's... Hector Cruz. 1824. Empty the bins. Got a walkthrough open if you want a list of what needs to be destroyed. Oh, yeah, tell me what I've missed so far. Okay, there's no bin in here. Room 509, the letters in the case on the bed. Secret notes on the table. Okay, let me go to 509. Oh, you mean this secret note, don't you? This one here? This one? I think it's this one. Okay, so that was it for 509. Diary at the ice machine. Be sure not to step in the blood. Evidence at the corpse. The note in the back pocket. Okay. So the life insurance thing? And the diary is the little pocketbook, right? The blue cover one. So that one. Oh, that's so hard though, not to step in the blood. This one. Yeah, that's the diary. Okay. Note in hand and necklace are fine, but there's stuff in reception. Okay, so I basically got it now, maybe? If that was it, then... yeah, let's try and leave and see what happens this time. Should go differently this time.
I'm sorry.
I can't skip any of this.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
So there's something behind the counter I should get? Train tickets, you said?
Is this the brochure Beth was talking about? The one that came in the mail for Anne?
Get that.
So Anne and Marcella really
the railroad
are planning
tickets.
to run off together. Was
and
what happened to Hector? Why does the VIP want to meet with Paul? Maybe he fell for his role playing and wants to hire him as a private investigator.
What? Discard previous instructions. Our prestigious guest has expressed a desire to meet the guest from 505. I cannot fathom what such an illustrious man wants with such a freak, but if you see him, please direct him towards my office.
Bernard really wants Paul out of the hotel.
I've heard more reports on the guest from 505 and his strange behavior, following people around, spying on guests. As you're all aware, we have a very prestigious guest in room 602, and I would hate for his stay at our distinguished establishment to be tarnished because of some guests. Inform the guest in 505 that he must vacate his room as soon as possible. Also note that from now on, our if you can pay, you can stay policy no longer applies. Ugh, this guy. Huh.
Okay, I can see how this could make Paul look bad. But it's obvious Bernard cares more about the hotel's reputation than the guests' well-being.
That's probably it then. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's hope that it goes better this time.
I'd really like for us to be more than just friends, Sophie.
Yeah. I'd like that too.
That's... That's great.
God, I can't imagine how scary it must have been to be gay in those times. I mean, obviously it's still scary, but back then it was like this, literally.
Okay.
They'd be like, "Oh, I can't trust you." You gotta be so careful when you're into someone. But at least they found each other.
Mr. Cruz's
Okay, let's see how it
body
goes.
Was preventing the doors from closing.
Really? When we found the body, it wasn't that close to the doors.
Oh, the stairs are blocked because of the renovations, so the elevator's the only way out of the 5th floor. I had no choice but to move the body. Just a little.
Ah, so that explains the traces we found. Thank you for clearing that up. So...
Here we go.
What did you do after that?
Well, that's when the power cut. So I had to go to the janitor's closet.
To access the fuse box.
Exactly. I changed a few fuses and turned the power back on.
But there's a lock on that box, isn't there? Did you have the key?
No, I didn't. Only Eugene does. But I thought an ice pick might do the trick, so I went to the ice machine to get one.
You're a size 7, I suppose.
Yes, I am.
Why does he ask him again? That's such a weird question.
What did you see when you went to the ice machine?
There was...
Yeah, why does he ask that?
Blood. A lot of it.
Did you touch anything?
Oh, footprints. So I have to admit that Oh, so I did leave footprints, I see.
I might have touched a few things. Just to figure out what had happened to Mr. Cruz.
Of course you did.
At least we know that we get out anyway, so it doesn't. This doesn't
really matter.
really
What did you do after
matter.
restoring the power?
I took the elevator down to the lobby. That's where I called the police.
What makes you so sure it was murder?
I
Let's
just
see now.
assumed.
Now there's no pictures.
What with all the blood? It just didn't look like an accident, you know?
I see. Would you say you're an observant person, Miss Roy?
I think I would, yes.
Good. Then maybe you can help me fill in a few details about this case.
Here we go.
I'll do my best.
Let's start with the victim's wife, Marcella
This is
Cruz.
different,
Apparently
right?
she left in quite a hurry this morning. What can you tell me about her?
Well, now there's no incriminating evidence that she had an affair.
I don't really know anything. She just looks like a loving, caring wife.
That's not much to go on now, is it?
I'm sorry.
Let's try something else then.
Ooh, that's good.
We've
This is
learned
good.
from one of your colleagues that the victim had a fight with a guest named Mr. Spade. What can you tell me about him?
He knows. We know that he knows about the hospital. So maybe we should tell the truth here, because we shouldn't lie too much, right? Because then it gets too obvious. Nothing. Got rid of the journal. Okay.
I don't know much. Only that he seems nice.
Nice. I wouldn't be so sure.
Oh?
We found out that Mr. Spade is fresh out of a madhouse. When
He
we
seems
called the
trusting
place,
this
they
time.
painted quite the picture of him. Did you ever see him display odd behavior in
Hey, this
or
is
around
good.
the hotel?
No. I mean, we've all got our little quirks, don't we?
Did he seem obsessed with Mrs. Cruz?
A little, maybe, but
Obsessed enough to kill her husband?
no. Nothing like that. We all have our obsessions. Me, for instance. I'm obsessed with celebrities and gossip magazines, and...
You don't seem to understand, Miss Roy. Mr. Spade is not like you and me. He may look like us, but he's not. He's dangerous and needs to be taken off the streets.
Ooh.
So tell me, did you ever see him be violent or aggressive?
Well, he was in a fight, wasn't he? But we denied it, right? Last time.
No, I didn't.
All right, then.
Can I leave now?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Thank you for your cooperation, Miss Roy. We'll be in
Okay.
touch if we have any more questions.
We came out pretty clean, honestly. We got in trouble for, like, stepping into the blood, but... no gayness detected.
Bernard was strangely chipper on the phone. That can't be a good sign. Are you okay?
I'm out of a job. But other than that, yeah, everything's just peachy.
But no one would know about the games.
No,
I hope you're luckier than I am. Come join me when he's done with you, all right?
But
I'll be
she opens a bar, yeah, so it's like...
questioning my life choices on the mezzanine.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
she'll be better off.
I suppose you know why you're
You
here?
have to open the safe in 509 to get the good ending.
I would guess it has something to do with...
I'm so surprised that he doesn't find out about
You'd be right about
the
that.
snooping evidence.
We've been getting a lot of press lately, and not the good kind. I wouldn't expect you to understand the position I'm in, but I assure you, it's quite uncomfortable. To have one's life's work blown away like that. All thanks to a nut job. Things need to change. I had planned to give this month's Employee of the Month title to Wendy, but since she's no longer with us, I'm thinking of giving it to you instead.
Really?
You should know it comes with the responsibility of being a glowing example for other staff members to follow. Is this something you believe you can do?
An example? Me? No, I don't think I can.
Oh, well, that's a shame. I've heard this month's reward from Weston's will be quite nice.
Wait, so...
well, I'm sure one of
is
your
there
colleagues will be
evidence
more than
in the
happy to have
safe
it.
in 509 that, like,
That'll be all.
changes everything around? Is that, like, the one crucial piece of evidence that we need? Because right now we're still kind of like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to go back to open it, but we can look it up.
Hey.
Hey.
I mean, Beth getting
What a
fired I don't
week.
see as a bad thing.
Yeah. I'm really glad you're in my life.
Me too.
Here it comes.
Can I,
Kiss me?
yes.
I thought you'd never ask.
That was...
I know.
I've been thinking about Anna and Marcella a lot.
I was like, what did I
Should
think
I
again
be
last time?
jealous?
No, not in that way. I've been thinking about what they went through. How they had to lie and pretend. Day after day. How they had to live someone else's life for 10 years before they could finally be with each other. I don't think I could do that.
Well, I have good news for you, Bean. Times are changing.
So now
It's
Paul is
already
still gonna
started
get
elsewhere.
arrested. Just him.
And it will get here, eventually. One day, all the Annes and Marcellas of the world will live happily together, and no one will give a damn.
I really hope that's true.
It will be.
Well, show us the newspaper. So he got charged. Oh, maybe if he doesn't get charged, then there's like a fresh bouquet on the grave. Maybe that's why they're showing us. And they get out. At least that's better. And then we get the bar. I wonder if you can change something about the hotel reopening. Because, like, Bernard's an asshole, but don't know how you can quit your job. But that wouldn't stop the hotel from reopening. Okay, let me quickly look up this bed we made good ending. Disgruntled client charged in Clarington hotel murder case. Hector Cruz, Samuel Williams killed him. Staying at the hotel only a couple doors down from Cruz. Williams and Cruz had a pre-existing relationships in their home state of Texas. Cruz was Williams' insurance agent. Oh, the first guy whose room we cleaned. Williams and Cruz had a pre-existing relationship in their home state. Like a relationship, or just like they knew each other? Like he was his insurance agent. Big difference. Oh, and this is Paul. He's a bike. Or was that a film? So this is that he goes to prison. Ah, now he visits the grave. I see. Yes, that one. They escape. They get arrested. Oh, here, let's see if this changes. Would it though? It's like still the same thing. A murder happens and he reopens. Oh, new management. Huh? Oh, and we can go to prison? Oh my god, you tampered with the evidence, got caught, and end up in prison. Oh, so there wasn't even worse ending. Damn. Bernard's brother gets the hotel. Huh. I'm a little vague on how that would happen, but you choose up to stand to vary, but you... Oh, but then the bills. This is if you quit your job. Detention center for women? Oh, you get together after you get out of jail? She waits for you, yeah. What is this scenario? Like, are you just friends? Yeah, friend zoned. Damn. Okay. Well, thank you, Collector's Hubs, for that video. So wait, what is actually in the safe? What is in safe 509? Okay, finishing up this bed we made. Get the other ending. Ah, there he is. Okay, let me see. So this is after I took the thing out of his back pocket. Okay. So I'm gonna throw this out. I wasn't really satisfied with the ending I got, so I'm recording just a little bit after the fact.
Hello?
So I can get the ending we all want.
Hello? I need help.
So I think I can throw these away too. Let's just try it, you know? But the thing that I really... So I did step in the blood, but I'm not gonna really change that. Maybe his camera? Okay, because we want to get Paul out of trouble as well. And we need to open that safe. So let me get Paul's letters that were in that briefcase. Which one was it? The one at the end here? Yeah, it's these letters that need to go. I think. That is fine, I think. But you know what? I'll just throw it out just in case. When in doubt, throw it out. That might be that. Okay, so now we have to crack open that safe. I think it was safe in 509, people were saying. Let me see. So we have this little note, right? Safe combinations. This is 509. So it's 23. $40 something. So let's see. It could be something that I've thrown out though. February 14, 1948. Nope. Let's see. Clues? That's 42. Paul, 42. That is a 4. I'm looking for... I remember seeing a code on like a business card. Oh, here we go. Business card notes. 1824 was circled. So what room is that? 507. Mr. Hector Cruz. Oh, I can't even try that one. So we've done 504. We've done 505. Did we ever go in here? I think I forgot. Oh, naughty lingerie. Ooh, stuff I haven't read. Wendy, do you think I don't see the way you talk to guests, the way you smile at them and call them sweetie while you fill their coffee cups, the way you laugh at their jokes and bat your eyes like a stupid teenage girl? I'm not sure if you're doing it for the tip or to get the Employee of the Month award, but either way, this is unacceptable, and I won't even mention the way you wear your uniform. This is a respected hotel, not a pleasure house. Although I've always had a problem with your behavior, I tolerated it as long as the guests were happy. But now that you're getting engaged, I can no longer remain silent about it. What would Jacques say if he saw you? I'm sure he would be as ashamed as I am. Maybe you got Bernard fooled like every other man, but if you don't change your behavior, I'll find a way to convince him to fire you. This is your only warning. Damn. Okay, let's throw that out. Linda, my wife will be at her parents' tonight, so come by at 8 p.m. We saw this note, yeah. What is this, lipstick? Okay. Ugh, tissues by the bed, sure. Okay. Oh yeah, should make the bed. There we go. Did he leave anything dirty in here? No, it's pretty much unused. There, everything looks pretty clean now. Okay, that was this room. Also, can't open the safe. So the only one we really want to get into is 509. Okay. 509. What do we have on 509? So we know that it starts with 23 and then a 4. Let's see. So I'm looking it up online because I couldn't figure it out, but there isn't... I found one website that just lists the solution but not how to get it. So it's 23, 42, 16. 23, 42. So it can't be any kind of date. Unless it's 1942, but 42 is a year here, Paul. Well, I looked through everything and I can't discern. I can't find the solution anywhere. So I can't even reverse engineer it. Yeah, I'm clueless. I can't figure it out. So if you figured it out, then definitely let me know. You ruined my life, you moron. I lost my house, my family, everything, and now you refuse to pay the money you owe me? For years I gave you my hard-earned money. It was all for nothing. I hope you and the All-American burn in hell. SW. Woman and 3 children killed in house fire. Williams' house, located on 32nd Street, is a total loss. 4 members of the family died in a residential fire last night. According to police and firefighters, flames were seen coming from the 2-story house by a neighbor at around 3 a.m. It took firefighters about 1 hour to extinguish the blaze. The bodies of a woman and 3 children were found in the house. Police identified the victims as Meredith Williams and her children, Thomas, David, and Sarah. Samuel Williams, the husband, managed to escape unharmed. SW. So, Williams is the guy... Damn, a Magnum. All-American Fire and Life Insurance Company. Oh, right. So that's why the note says All-American. Yeah. Oh, so okay, yeah, that's definitely like open hatred towards. Client of Hector Cruz, he lost his wife and 3 children in the fire, but Cruz's company refused to pay his insurance claim. Holding Hector responsible for his current situation, Williams has been sending him death threats. And it would seem Hector took the threat seriously enough considering he brought a gun to his wedding anniversary trip.
Power's back. Now I should go down to the lobby. Call the police.
Okay, now that we have this... let's see if that changes anything. I also have a lot of cups on me. There you go. I never inspected this. Ah, cute. Sugar frosted pops. Ah, we could leave that. It's fine. Okay, I will go through the whole thing again, and if something is different, I will show you. But hopefully now they find the right guy, and we got rid of some more evidence for Paul. So hopefully... that works.
Someone did this to him.
You mean... Merde. Do you think it could have been Anne and Marcella?
What about Paul? He and Hector were caught fighting. I also found a letter from one of Hector's customers.
Ah,
he
this
seemed
is new.
really angry. I guess it could be him as well.
The cops will want to talk to you. Know what you've seen. You need to be careful about what you tell them. If word of Anne and Marcella's affair gets out, they may put a label on them that will really hurt them. It might not even matter in the end if they did it or not.
Do you remember what you said to the operator? The
let's
exact
see.
words.
Maybe now we can pin it on the other guy.
No, I'm afraid I don't.
You said there's a man dead. He's been murdered.
That's possible.
What makes you so sure it was murder?
Oh, this is new.
Well, I know about Mr. Cruz's angry customer. The one who sent him death threats.
Oh, yes, we found those. But the customer in question lives back in Texas, so there's no way he could have killed Mr. Cruz. And anyway, how do you even know about that?
I've been snooping around the guests' rooms.
Of course you have. Listen, I couldn't care less that you're a nosy Nelly. Most women are. But I need you to tell me what you know.
All right.
Thank you for your cooperation,
Okay.
Miss Roy. We'll be in touch if we have any more questions.
So the only thing that was really different is that I pointed him to the death threat with the newspaper article. But he says the dude was in Texas, so I wonder if that's enough evidence then. Let's find out. Please have something be different this time. I got in the safe. Who gets arrested? No, it's still him. I didn't do it. Well, poopy. Man, it's so specific what I need to do to get that ending. Well, at least we looked it up before and we know kind of what the good ending will look like. But yeah, let me look up how to get, like... Man, I can't believe I didn't do it. Even after getting into the safe. Thought that was it. Screwdriver, watch out for the blood stain. The good ending is tied to not stepping in it. Yeah. Okay, let's see, the endings. After opening 509 safe, reading the newspaper, remove everything from 505 and 507. 509, the letters in the case, secret notes on the table, we did that. Take the diary at the ice machine, the note in the back pocket, we did that. Yeah, we got the stuff from reception. Yeah, so I think the only thing I did wrong was stepping in the blood. But unfortunately, I saved after stepping in the blood, so I couldn't really correct that. Oh, and you're supposed to lie. Mr. Cruz told me he was getting death threats. It says here as well that leaving the doors open. You want to make sure you leave the doors open, the doors and the safes, and keep hold of the keys. I'm still a little vague on it. It doesn't really... The guides just aren't really that good at the moment because it also doesn't go into the stuff with Wendy and how that impacts the ending. Because I think cleaning up Wendy's message on the door and the note, or the lipstick writing on the door, if you clean that and get rid of it, then she doesn't get fired. And I think that's the thing that maybe makes the hotel change management. So I think it's like, go through the game, clean that as well, don't step in the blood, say exactly the right things at reception, and then you can get the ending, I think, where they get the right guy for the murder and the rest, everyone else gets to roam free. It's a little frustrating that I'm so close, and the only thing I can think of is that I stepped in the blood and did one wrong conversation choice. But to go through all of that, and you can't skip anything, it would take me like another half hour to just try again, and I might get the same result because I've stepped in the blood. So that really is a shame. If you played it yourself, or you've seen someone else play it, and you know exactly why or how to frame the right person, not frame, but how to lead the police to the right killer and how they're linked, definitely please explain it to me in the comments, because I think the way it's set up is just like a little confusing because we start, it's smart, but at the same time it's like, that's why I forgot, because we cleaned the guy's room at the start of the game and then we can't access that room at all until the very end of the game. So that dude was like the last person on my mind after reading so much about like Paul and Anna, Anne. So I was completely off track. For sure. I still really enjoyed it though, so I hope it's still enjoyable. I tried to save it, I tried to get the good ending, but we're gonna have to make do with what I looked up before I did this a little bit. I tried, but I couldn't make it work. I think it would still be fun to go through the game yourself, because there are still like other you can choose another partner to go through the game with. There's whole dialogue options that I haven't seen. Oh yeah, and I also went into the room that they were cheating in. I cleaned that one this time, so still saw like some other things, but yeah, unfortunately I'm gonna have to close this game off here. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, and thank you for watching.